Welcome to the guild. We have been expecting you. Please, follow me.
Hello, and welcome to our very latest episode of Night Quest. I am CMoney, and as you see right now live on your screen, we got our boy, the homie. It's the broke boy himself. Shout out to you, man. Thank you for being here, brother. How you doing, man?
What up? I was waiting for you to call me the lovely broke boy.
Well, that would have been confusing for everybody, right? That would have been greatly confusing. I don't think that's the way that one works.
All right.
There's only one
Doodle is the lovely one in here.
She's the only lovely one. That is the truth. How you doing, man? Been good? You excited? Been a lot of stuff going on, huh?
Doing good. Just have my usual Twitter arguments with people. People claiming that mixtape reviews are bought and paid for because the publisher is one of the richest people in the world. Like, that's not proof. And they're saying, that's all the proof you need. Like, no, you're making an accusation. Show proof of it. He's like, we expect you to show your check. It's like, you're making the claim. Yeah.
Yeah. That whole thing with mixtape, I don't understand. I can't even. I don't understand the hate at all. I played it back at GDC. Fucking loved it immediately. And yeah, I've been playing it and absolutely loving it. If I was gonna, like, I'm not reviewing the game, but if I was reviewing the game, I would definitely give it a 9 for sure.
Because I haven't played it, so I can't give a word on it. All I'm doing is going at him for basically making accusations that everything's paid for when he can't prove a thing. He's like,
people get obsessed with shit that doesn't really matter to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't like the game, like, just move on. There's plenty of games that got fucking 9s and 10s that I would never, ever, 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 ever.
And that's
look
the thing.
that
That's that started it. His whole basis on this whole thing came from, I guess, Xbox posted on Twitter that said, just because you don't like a game doesn't make it a bad game. And the guy came back, well, of course, when the reviews are bought and paid for, like, that's not what they're saying.
I
can tell you a lot of games I hate that most people would probably say fuck you on.
Yeah, it's pretty dumb, actually, to have that type of argument. You know, like, to try to go in on the shit so, like, heavily when it's like, why? The game is dope. The game is dope. Even if you don't like it, you don't have to. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't fault people for don't like it, not liking it. That it's their opinion. That's what all these things are opinions. But I can almost bet you.
But they didn't play the game. You know what I'm saying? So they just don't like what it's about, and that's fine. And you know, it just kind of is what it is.
If I go online and say Last of Us sucks, all those reviews were bought and paid for, I can't see how anybody liked this game. How much pushback do you think I'm going to get on that?
I'm gonna push back. You know what I'm saying?
I'm talking about the other side.
Yeah, but look, I mean, it's this. I don't know. It kind of is what it is.
Anyway, sorry. Sidetrack. Let's do what we got to do.
No, man, it's fine. It's fine. This is just the way. But yeah, we definitely have a lot to talk about, man. Again, I don't know what's going on with these things, but it's all lining up for me here with our show. Who else is lining up here with our show? It's our motherfucking boy Pharaoh Bizarre in the building.
Hey,
Shut up.
Hold on. A little jacked up. Can I hear you guys?
Oh, good, man. I can hear you great. You can't hear me?
Oh, I know why. Wrong chord.
Did you just say Concord?
Wrong port.
There you go. I can hear you now.
You in?
Yep, I'm in. What's up?
That's what she said.
What's up, man? How you doing, bro? Thank you for being here, man.
Yeah, no problem, no problem.
All right. So listen, we got quite the large amount of topics actually. So hopefully we can kind of get through it because there's been a lot of stuff going on. PlayStation, listen, I don't know if they're following our channel, but they've been giving us good stuff like every time we're about to go live. All right. I don't know what it is. I don't know why it's happening. Clearly not the type of coverage, I guess maybe the ponies were hoping for. I almost like I was doing the thumbnail, going back and forth with how I wanted to do it, but I gotta tell you, man, it's clear PlayStation themselves somehow managed to care less about their first party than the ponies even do. You know what I'm saying? I feel like at this point in time, any games they have on first party roadmap, doing whatever they're doing, is just for the sake of doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I asked you a question a couple weeks ago because we already seeing these games flop. What happens if the big one flops? And flop is to them, not to us. Like it could sell great, but considering everything that happened, it could flop. What happens then?
Yeah, that's a real question, man. It's a real big question. It's just look, they are on some other shit. All right, that's all I gotta say. Like these, like I'm glad that it's making the rounds, like the words that were said, because I can tell you right now, if Xbox has said these words, stuff would melt down. All right. But obviously in the context of what was being said, I guess they just need to know how to talk better. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't be saying shit like a PlayStation 5 is just a plastic box without content. When we know the phrasing, the way they were, what he meant by it, but like you can't put that string of words together. Well, you know what I'm saying? Like that's just
the article says it, like I said, but they put that in the headline to make it sound worse than what he said.
Well, that's what everybody is running with, right? Like pretty universally, everybody is running with the fact that he said that the PlayStation 5 is a plastic box without content, meaning PlayStation 5 has no content. That's what the world is running with. Where in reality,
it's funny watching the PlayStation guys argue about that when they're notorious for just posting headlines and not the articles.
Yeah. I mean, listen,
he's not wrong though in the context of what he's speaking about, because they do lack.
Speaking about,
they do lack. They are lacking in first party. Yes.
Yeah.
But again, that's not what he was saying in his quote.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, we're definitely going to talk about it because the bigger thing to me is just when you read that, and we got a few things we'll talk about with it, but it's just clear, like they like. Oh, man, I don't want to jump into the topic. There's just a lot. It's clear that third party is their life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Not only their life, but their desire. They spent what seems to be like they paid for more games that weren't theirs than ever. Like it's crazy. They made, supposedly they spent money on a shit ton of games, like as opposed to putting that money towards their first party. You know what I'm saying? Like they rather help other people make games than their own studios.
They can't sell them.
They can't sell them, yo. That's the crazy part. Yeah, like they're investing in the sure bet, which is invest in other companies, and whatever they make is just extra.
Yeah, I'm going to hold off to the topic to say stuff on this. Like, I don't want to say all my stuff now and not have anything to say later.
Yeah, you want to blow your load. Got it.
I was I don't know if you saw, but I was on the show on Friday. I was in the comment section. I was like, man, who knew the PS6 would be the next Concorde?
Yes, we brought it up. He brought it up. That's wild, dude. It's wild. But that's
exactly. That's another one of those things. Helix is announced, and they start talking about the PS6, and everybody's PS6 is going to buy everything's. Helix is going to destroy the Helix. Helix is going to destroy the Helix. Then the first time they say, well, it's probably going to be delayed because of the memory storage. That's fine. We don't need the PS6 because we got the PS5 Pro. It's already the best. And then PS6, then they come back on the Helix again. And then the PS6 starts coming out again, and they're like, "Yeah, PS6, PS6,
I don't
PS6."
know if you remember,
And delay again, saying, "Yeah, we don't need the PS6, we got the Pro."
PlayStation was fully committed to releasing a console within this RAM shortage crisis. Like they had a whole meeting with AMD broadcasted in the midst of the RAM. So it's not a RAM issue. I think it's a competition issue. They thought Xbox was leaving the space, and they thought they wouldn't have any competition, so it would make sense to release a PlayStation 6 in a world where there's no other device to compete against. The only thing they can buy is a PlayStation 6. But now that there's competition combined with the RAM crisis and all the other chip shortages, now they're scared. So,
oh yeah. Well, I mean, how could you not be scared when the very thing that you claim is important and means the world, the numbers are in for Saros a little bit. It is not looking good. You know what I'm saying? It's not looking good. So they're just not doing great overall over there. On the opposite end, though, over here on Xbox, we got some exciting news that came our way, and it's just dropped, actually kind of like breaking news of a leak that Jez kind of put out. But number one, we got that Discord announcement firming up Xbox's bigger ambitions kind of coming to life here, and answering the questions we had when it leaked. Right now we know that it goes both ways, not just for them, for multiple people, like for them and us, we all benefit. And then we got this new leak going on about the possibility of converting this to digital, and a new Game Pass tier in another place that they're pushing hard into. I mean, basically, it's like a tale of two ends here, where you have one side, which is like, we are the de facto third-party box. That's what we live for. That's why we're here. And the future is unknown, but we're just gonna keep going and keep supporting the third parties. And then on the other end, you have Xbox sitting there trying to continue to deliver more and more for its customers. I'm excited. We're gonna dive in. It's gonna be a fun night, guys. But before we do any of that, you know how we do, man. We got to shout out the homies who are live in the building here. Appreciate each and every one of y'all. And of course, we want to shout out everybody who supports us over on Patreon and on YouTube memberships. You guys are the shit. You guys are the lifeblood of the channel, so we appreciate you guys. Thank you so very, very much. We specifically want to shout out our homies who are our elite members. That's right. We have the homie Dark Angelic, Queen Witch, and Broke Boy. And then we have our inner circle members. We got the homie Pragmatic Eagle, Hargy Chani, and Marvelous Marvin. Shout out to you guys. Appreciate that support. It means a lot to us. Of course, we have our April champs. Most top threes. Best bot of April was our boy Red Ninja. Shout out to him, man. Most first super chats came from our boy Mac22TH54. Biggest super chat came from our boy Pragmatic Eagle. Most biggest super chats came from JD Gamer. Most top three gifted subs came from number one Spartan661, number two Ryuart, and number three Lord Star Killer XSX. And then the most subs gifted at once came from our boy Spartan661, man. Thank you guys so very, very much for that support. We do appreciate y'all so much. You guys are the shit. So thank you. But of course, you know how we do here, man. You guys live in the building right now. You guys are supporting us in such a major way, man. And we appreciate each and every one of y'all rocking out with us on this Tuesday night, man. Excuse me. God damn. Woo! So, you guys know. We appreciate each and every one of y'all. You guys are shit. You're all special to us. But clearly, can't be that equally special, right? Like, it's just not possible. It's not possible. It doesn't make any sense to do, right? Because frankly speaking, three of you are the most special. That's right. You are the specials of the evening. The question is, how did you become the specials? Very simple. We went live. When we went live, we put up that on-point bat signal. Y'all said, oh my God, they are going live. We got to be in that building right now. And right now you were. So the real question is, and I'm going to need support from the team here, is who are those people?
Who?
That's what I'm talking about. I will tell you who those people are. Number 3 in the building. It's our boy. Our brother. Motherfucking User for Games. Shout out to our boy User for Games, man. Thank you for being here, brother. Thank you for being number 3 in the building, saying hello to all the bots. All the bots are here. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, man. You are the shit. Number 2 in the building. You know him well. Been hearing his voice on the stage multiple times recently. It's our homie. Motherfucking E-Ranks. Shout out to E-Ranks. God damn. Homies in the building, man. Number 2, man. Think about how amazing that is. He is not number 3. He's number 2. That being said, he's also not number 1. We're going to get to that. E-Ranks, thank you, my brother, says, another day, another flop for PlayStation. You can set your watch to it at this point. Yo, honestly, it's like this. I don't understand it. It's crazy. Like, they just keep flopping, keep doing the wrong thing, like keep doing things that are not exciting, right? All negative news or negative spins on these news. Whereas on our side, man, things are just going up, but somehow we're the ones in shambles, or we're the ones that need to figure out how to save it. It's like, God damn, I can't. But thank you, E-Ranks, for being here. Thank you for being number 2. Number 1, though. That is the question. Who is number 1? Who is the best bot of the night? Well, I will tell you. It's a real one. All right. It's a real one. You guys know him well. He is the homie. Our boy. Motherfucking Fillmore Pockets. Shout out to our boy Fillmore Pockets, man. Thank you, my brother. Appreciate the support. You are the best bot of the night. You ain't fucking around. God damn. Let me get another pop. You know what I'm saying? Gotta shout that shit out right there. I also gotta write it down. Also gotta update the banner. But I got you. All right, we're making it happen. Here we go. Bam.
So when do you pick the people you want to be top 3 CMoney and send them the advance notice?
The fuck? Bro, do you not see I barely walk into this bitch with a show? Who the fuck is giving anybody an advance notice, bro? You guys are like, when the fuck is this show started? And then you hear the song playing, you're like, oh shit. I guess this was happening.
I don't even get advance notice. Show not on
it. Listen. At this point, I don't even know what advanced looks like. You know what I'm saying?
Advanced means the same thing to you as on time.
Exactly. Not happening. I'm on point, not on time. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference. All right, let me get this banner updated right quick. The banner will be updated because I am not gonna forget. So I'm gonna do it now. Do it now. I'm gonna do it now. Oh shit, what did I do? What did I do? Where? No. Okay. We're good. Fill more pockets. That's happening right there.
I'm going to change my name to Fill My Pockets.
Fill My Pockets. Oh shit. I like that name. That's a good name. That is a high quality name. Okay, boom. Beautiful. All right. Now let's go over here. We got the motherfucking homie Mac22TH54 in the building with that $2 super chat. First super chat of the night. As always, Broke Boy came in second there as well. But Mac22 said,
but you got to look at the amount, CMoney. So I'm still in there.
I'm looking. Sneaky bitch. But remember, this is first, not most. Says Max22TH54, appreciate you, my brother. Says, dude, some people get the bat signal before others. Wow. I don't throw any bat signal that's not the standard one. I'm gonna still give you some horns bringing out the fact that maybe some people get the notification before others. I don't know how that would happen, but what I would say is, just be on the lookout. You know what I'm saying? Anywhere between 8 and 9:30 is a reasonable spot where you can imagine that the show will start. Somewhere
excuse
in
me.
there.
What there was a 10 or 10:30 a few weeks ago.
That was an extreme difference than normal. All right, but look, Mac, I think you got the signal first, though. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you got it and you just waited. Don't wait next time. You know what I'm saying? Just go in. No, just fuck with you. Broke boy in the building with that $2 super chat because he had to beat him by a penny.
Yep.
Says I'm bigger. That's a wild statement. That's a real wild statement. How would you know? Are you comparing? Do you go and visit?
That's what she said.
Oh shit. Mac, broke boy believes he's bigger. I'm just saying.
Oh, somebody else will be bigger before the end of the night. I know it.
Well, let me go ahead and give you this here because you did go ahead and do a all-point for gamers memberships of 10, baby, 10 gifted from our boy Broke Boy. Shout out to the homie, man.
Well, we all know Spartan's going to come in here and fucking jump that one in a minute.
Listen, just embrace the time, okay? Embrace the moment that you have. All right, y'all know what to do. Put that motherfucking welcome to the family emoji in the chat. Welcome our newest members, man. We appreciate each and every one of y'all for rocking out with us. And of course, our boy, Broke Boy. Thank you, my sir. Appreciate you, my dude. That is very, very kind of you. You guys know what you got to do for him. Okay. He is adamant. He wants the full Monty. Okay. ED, not FB, ED, but we don't got any ED. So you got to give him multiple FBs all at the same time in order to even reach a 10th of the gap that he needs filled. Okay. So just give him all the FBs. All the FBs. You got this, guys.
The elbow is the nub of love. The elbow is the nub of love.
That is wild. That is real wild. Well, yes. Well, thank you, my brother. I gotta update that banner real quick as well because the homies.
I think Spartan's already got the most for the month, and we'll have that one for himself.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's catching our boy. All right, go there. All right. Done. Beautiful. Okay. Good. Everybody's updated. All right. Lovely. Shout out to Cage, man, for being a member for 21 motherfucking months. God damn it, Cage. That's what I'm talking about, bro. Appreciate you, homie. All right. Let's see who else we got up in this. Oh, I forgot to turn this shit on right here. I gotta go here. If I could change this, go change that, do this. Dunzo. All right. Who else is in this bitch? We got the homie Malcolm X Lex. Shout out to you, homie. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for rocking out with us. Thank you for being here. Got DJ Birdo in the building. What's up, man? Eric Von Eric. What's going on? Toolman 55. What's up, fam? Thank you for being here. Earth Prime 52. What's going on? Enzo, what is up, players? Saying PlayStation is dog shit. I mean, at this point, what other words can you use to describe it? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's happening exciting in the world of PlayStation? That is to be determined. Okay. I don't think there's anything that we could come to and be like, yo, PlayStation's popping. Look at all this exciting news they got going on. Yo, they got nothing. They got nothing except for a sequel to a game that didn't need the first one, to be honest with you. So the fact that they said, let's double down, and it's not technically a sequel, spiritual sequel. I don't know. And this is not a dig on unique games being made. It's just, God, when you don't have a lot of games, you can't really be putting out trash. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I don't want to be an asshole. One man's trash is another man's treasure. I know there's like 14 people who loved Returnal, and What's the other one? Man, that game is so irrelevant that I have to try to remember what the name.
Which one?
Saros. Yeah, that one. So, shout out to Malcolm Xlax for realizing that we were on time. You see, people give us so much shit when we're not on time, but when we're on our time, when we are on time, they don't say anything. So thank you, Malcolm. Appreciate you. Serve in the building. I see you, homie. Thank you for being here. Earth Prime. I'm not gonna read what you wrote, but that's really funny. The way you I wish he didn't share a name with one of my favorite Muppets. That's wild. That's pretty funny. Oh my god. Oh shit. Ryu are in the building. What's up, man? Thank you for being here, bro. Appreciate you. Thank you. He said, hello, roast some ponies with the Saros sales. Oh yeah. I mean, it's pretty self-inflicted at this point for them. You know, if they think there's another outcome, I don't know what to do for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just don't make no sense. All right. Let's see. RC Polygon in the building. What's up, man? Thank you for being here. He says, hello, everyone. PlayStation can't catch a break with this bad news. With the hardware price increases, Bungie lost $700 million in value, and now the Sony CEO saying the quiet part out loud. Facts. It's like at some point, just shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like, just be quiet. You keep adding to like your shit, like just the shittiness of PlayStation. You come out here and you're like, yeah. Like, it's crazy because I love when official sources come out and prove us right. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, we've been talking about it here forever about what PlayStation actually is and why it's a nothing burger and why the fact that people still want Xbox to mimic this console is crazy. Like, I don't understand why people still are doing it, man. Why this? You know how you know it's only for the mimicking? Because look, the same people who are saying that they want exclusives are the same people that say, well, I would be okay not having exclusives if PlayStation were to give us their games. Make that make sense. So you need exclusives. Oh my God, we need it. That's the only way the console can have an identity. But if PlayStation put their games over there, over on Xbox, then exclusives won't matter. So you're saying that Microsoft needs to live their lives wondering what PlayStation decides is the right way, right? Because if PlayStation put their game on Xbox, then PlayStation has decided that exclusives don't matter. Therefore, all the Xbox fans will follow suit with what PlayStation has determined, not the other way around, right?
Come on. Yeah, I mean, when you really look at it, I mean, exclusive content is only really serving Nintendo at the moment, and even their output.
Dude, they're down, bro.
Yeah, their output hasn't been great lately.
Switch 2 ain't selling shit anymore. And another thing, goddamn, can I fucking stop being right? No, it's impossible. Rewind the tape, go all the way back to when the Switch was coming out. And why I said it here, I said, yo, it's only popping right now. Long term, that shit ain't gonna do what the Switch did. It's not even gonna be close. And look what is happening. You know why? Because nobody gives a fuck about Nintendo games, dude. Outside of the very few big ones that pop off. All right. Yeah. Very few big ones. And even that's how you know that it's really fucked, because Mario Kart didn't even pop off because they thought it was so big that they could just do another one and it would be fine.
Well, it's also that they created a hardware that is at least powerful enough to have more third-party content over there. So their first-party content,
choice, they won't choose Nintendo.
Yeah, their first-party content has a lot more competition now. So their games aren't necessarily selling as well because, you know, you got Overwatch over there now. You got games like Cyberpunk, Final Fantasies are making it over there. I mean, big games are making it over there. That's taking time and attention away from their titles. Didn't Elden Ring make it over there, even though it like showed terribly at I think Gamescom in Germany? I think Elden Ring.
Oh, you mean on the Switch too? I don't
Yeah.
know. I know that company's they're making a Nintendo Switch exclusive, which we haven't really heard much about.
But
I think Elden Ring is I think on Switch too.
Yeah, I think it made it over there. But when they showed it at Gamescom in Germany, it like looked horrible at first. So I don't know what it looks like now. I think Elden Ring is over there. But yeah, it's a lot more competition as far as what you can play on the Switch currently.
You know what I saw? I got a YouTube channel I watch where the guys do PC builds and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
They built a PC today to match the specs for a PS5 for the same price.
Did they really?
Yep. Only difference was instead of giving the 1 terabyte hard drive, they had a 512.
Well, you don't. If you own a PlayStation, you know that you don't need hard drive space for PlayStation games, so you're good. You're good. They don't take up much space. All right. Well, listen. Again, just seeing that it's just crazy to me that it's still a thing that is supposed to be happening. Oh, what is this? A question. Oh, look at that. You see on the chat, it has like a question mark next to
people that ask questions. Yeah.
That people, yeah, like it's like using AI to know that you're asking the question, so it's a little easier to see. I don't know. It doesn't come up. It's funny because it comes up there, but not here, I don't think. I have to see. All right.
Where does it come up at?
It comes up on the side. It's like a little question in a box.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Yep. Dark Zone in the building. What's up, man? He said the PlayStation guy said the truth out loud. PlayStation 5 is just a plastic box with no games. The truth hurts, right? PlayStation fans. Damn. Yeah, that's a rough one. It's a rough one. I mean, it's true. I mean, you can't be mad at the truth. You know what I'm saying? The tech in the building. PlayStation 5 is trash. Fam, you ain't lying. Like I told you, I've even taken it all. I don't even want it in my view. I completely removed it from there. Now my PC is there, and that shit is on the floor over there, looking like a dumb bitch that it is. It's horrible. Oh, RC Polygon says Xbox needs to keep the pressure on the Sony. Sony needs third-party studios. Xbox needs to choke out Sony and buy Take-Two and Valve. Damn, Take-Two and Valve? That would be a lot. I mean, they definitely need to get Valve for sure. I feel like Steam, especially with the new box, is just the perfect storm. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
like,
if you just got Take-Two and made everything exclusive, yeah, it would be it would cripple PlayStation in that way.
I mean, at that point, Xbox doesn't need to buy anything to do that. They could just make Minecraft exclusive. They could make, what's the name, Call of Duty exclusive. If they want to cripple them, they can do it.
Well, if you make Call of Duty exclusive, I think something else kind of takes the space. Like, people that don't want to, but there's nothing to take the space of like a Grand Theft Auto. Like I have to get.
That is true.
Yeah,
I keep hearing the Call of Duty people say on the Call of Duty thing, but they can't. Xbox can't do that. Didn't they sign an agreement with their PlayStation?
No. They're never going to do that. Years? What I'm saying is the idea of Xbox wanting to cripple them. If they wanted to, they could have been done it. But Xbox is Microsoft. Microsoft doesn't cripple its competition. It keeps them alive to use them, right? Apple, they rescued Apple. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They rescued them. And now they use their audience to use, all their products that they offer, right? Like that's what all these people do, right? So PlayStation is now not just competition, but also a business partner, right? They're gonna milk that cow, right? They're gonna go ahead and they're gonna take the 1 or 2 spots that their players buy games and fill them with Xbox games. That's what they've been doing, and it's been pretty successful considering that game like Starfield is still charting on the top 10 of PlayStation when they told me that Starfield was trash and wasn't anything and it wasn't selling. But
here's a question. What was the last actual remaster PlayStation released? They usually do a lot of those, and I haven't seen one of those.
They remastered everything, dog. There's nothing left to remaster. What are they going to remaster? They did all the Last of Us. They did the Horizon.
They could give God of War and the Horizon's the same treatment.
They can't afford it.
They did the first Horizon. They haven't done the second.
They're spending all their money on third parties, bro. That we already know the facts. He done came out and told us everything. Can't wait to get into the topic. We're definitely gonna.
Whose show was it? He said PlayStation is so third party they're making a game and not able to put it on their own console.
Yeah,
they made two.
Yeah,
there's two games that are not
the Horizon MMO.
They will be playable on Helix. So
the Horizon MMO, and then the other one is
the Ratchet and Clank one in there.
Yes, the Ratchet and Clank one. Yeah, so they have two games that are not going to be on PlayStation.
Yep. Got the homie Archangel Nexus. What's up, fam? Thank you for being here, brother. Says the irony of PlayStation becoming exactly what PlayStation fanboys accuse Xbox of becoming. Ooh, that hurt him. That hurt him. I'm gonna give you a little pop up for that because that was a painful one.
Yeah,
that was a painful one. I feel like they don't even know what to do with themselves.
I'm just wondering who gets closed next, and I'm not like hoping for it, but you just look at the economics of it.
I don't know. There's a lot of targets over there, bro.
They only have one. I think they only have one game that has a chance to be a success for them, and that's the Fighters Tokon. But fighting games don't sell that much. I think Wolverine is going to be hard to break even on everything that happened beforehand.
And so granted, we don't know anything about the game yet, but what's going to sell the Marvel Tokon game isn't the game itself. It's going to be the name Marvel.
Yeah, but I think Marvel games are hard to break even on in any way. But yeah, I think that'll probably be the only game that's technically a success. I think Wolverine's going to be hard. I really do.
The problem is that there's too many good third-party games right now. And when I say third-party, I'm talking about to PlayStation, right? So between Xbox games and just the regular other publishers and developers, there are too many amazing games that are either out already or coming out, and it's like PlayStation can't hang with the big dogs. You know what I'm saying? Like, as cool as Wolverine is, like that, and that's fine. That game is cool and shit. Like, it's not going to stop people from playing the games they're still playing. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of big games that people are still playing and are not going to stop playing anytime soon, by the time that drops.
And we have to remember Spider-Man 2 took 15 million copies to hit the black. So that's what I'm saying. I think Wolverine can sell well and still not be a success for Sony.
I think Wolverine will sell decently well in the beginning. I mean, it has to, right?
I think it'll be around 7 to 10. I think it'll be around 7 to 10 million copies.
If a Marvel name can't do it for them, then there's no hope for PlayStation.
I'm sure they're probably not expecting Wolverine to sell like Spider-Man anyway.
Yeah, but the game being pushed 2 years back, that's 2 years of salary and development and marketing.
Plus it's a rated M. Plus it's a rated M game, so it's going to be
it's going to sell less naturally. That's what I'm saying. I think the game will sell well, but I don't know if it'll sell well enough for Sony after they have to pay, Disney what they got to pay them.
Yeah, it's not looking great for that because again, when you think about what's coming, like the back end of the year is stacked, right? You could name countless other games that are going to take a lot of mind share, but the biggest one is fucking Grand Theft Auto, right? And like, understand that for a lot of people, and we just know this to be fact, right? And this is why this is something that is a big deal. A lot of people are only going to be buying one game. And Grand Theft Auto coming out that year really slaps up, their prospects. You know what I'm saying? And again, like for me, I don't give a shit what anything sells. Like it don't matter to me. I hope Wolverine is a exciting game. I hope the next time I see it, it makes me say, holy shit, I got to play this game. I would love that to be the case. Is that going to happen? I don't fucking think so. It looks okay right now. It definitely is something that I might play sometime later after I see if it goes anywhere else, or when it goes somewhere else. That's honestly probably the way I'll play it. If I do, it'll be either on Xbox or PC at some point in the future. Because it looks good, but not like this gen good. It looks like PlayStation 4, PlayStation 4 gen good.
Well,
right?
yeah, I'm sure the PlayStation guys already have an excuse anyway if Saros comes to PC. It'll be it's not a tentpole title. It's just like Returnal was. It was experimental. So you're never going to see Horizon or any of the Ghosts or any of those games on PC anymore.
Facts. Shout out to the motherfucking homie Web Dave in the building. What's up, man? Good to see you, man. Thank you for being here, brother. Appreciate you. He has a public service announcement for everybody. Please do the right thing. Hit the like button. That's the right thing to do, guys. Just hit it. Bam. Takes you 2 seconds. Much appreciated. Helps the channel. So thank you. Appreciate you, Web Dave, letting everybody know what to do. Web Dave says, CMoney, can't wait to hang out with you again in June. Yes, that time is coming, man. So close. It's wild. Yeah, man. It's gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be good catching up with you guys again. Last year was a blast. So yeah, it's gonna be a good time, man. Shout out to Web Dave in the building. I see Sappho in the building. What's up, man? He says, Saros, isn't that Jeff's game of the year 2026? Oh my god. I'm not gonna lie, dog, but that shit might fucking do it. You know what I'm saying? Like Saros or Wolverine might be enough to get the fucking Gotti from the Keeley's Awards. Crazy, because there's no way that should be true, but it is. We got the homie Dave Reezy in the building with that $2 super chat, man. Appreciate you, homie. Says PlayStation has been faking it to make it for years. # buy PlayStation. Yo, that's really true. That's really true. I feel like it's crazy because I almost feel like PlayStation hasn't been faking it. I feel like PlayStation's been pretty upfront with everybody. Hey guys, we're gonna make like 1 or 2 games a year, if that, and then everything else is just third party, and we're gonna go find third parties and spend money on third parties, and that's it. I mean, they've been the same for a long time. It's just they had no competition with games being output. So when you're looking at their 2 games and then you were looking at Xbox's 2 games, some people preferred the PlayStation 2 games. That made it seem like, oh yeah, PlayStation is the place to be, because you take those 2 games versus the Xbox's 2 games and go pick PlayStation. I never picked PlayStation over Xbox, but a lot of people did, right? But now that ship has sailed, my dude. Like 1 or 2 games, man, that's not helping anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like that, yeah. No one is getting excited for that life. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about. Go ahead.
And it doesn't help that the PlayStation guys are like, hey, just give me 1 or 2 games a year because they're quality.
Yeah. No, thank you. The fuck out of here with that shit. Crazy. Got the homie Mac22TH54 in the building. What's up, man, my dude? Thank you for being here, bro. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Says, CMoney, there are people who aren't going to play or buy Wolverine. # like me. # hard pass. # bigger. Yo, I mean, yeah, I think there are a lot of people Wolverine is not as popular. Like, let's just
I'll play it. It has to meet me where I'm at.
Exactly.
I'm not powering up the 5 for it.
Nah. Why would you want to play it on the worst looking place? No, we're good. We're good, fam. Shout out to Mac, though. Appreciate you. Let me up this banner real quick. Let's go here. Mac. Mac 22, Mac 22, TH forever. With that 5, bam. Okay, Dunzo, beautiful. All right, here we go. Okay. Who else we got up in this biatch? Wait, where did I go? Okay, did that came here. Beautiful. Fossil 924 in the building. What's up, man? Thank you for being here, bro. Appreciate you. Says the PlayStation 5 gamers just don't buy games, even PlayStation first party games. Old Xbox games sell better. That's the hard truth that they don't want to accept. You know, they want to pretend that they don't. Like, they don't have a reason, right? Like, dude, it's easy. Over on Game Pass, we're eating like kings. So yeah, we don't buy these games, you know, for the most part, because we got them. We're already paying for them through our subscription. So that's why that makes sense when you don't see a game quote unquote sell a lot on Xbox. But PlayStation ain't got that. If Saros comes out and like nobody's playing it, ain't nobody playing it. You know, they know it's not like, oh, they're playing it over here, that's why it didn't sell. No, fam. This nobody wants it. Nobody cares. Shout out to Fossil. Appreciate you, man. I see Joe Dunmore in the building. What's up, man? Thank you for being here, fam. Appreciate you. Thank you for rocking out with us. OG maybe in the building. What's up, my dude? Thank you for being here, man. Dark Zone says the look on the PlayStation fans' face when Sony announces PlayStation games are going to Xbox, that look will be priceless. Yeah, that's gonna be a moment that you're gonna wish that you had like cameras in their houses. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not gonna come out here and do that. They'll just find a reason to say it's okay or whatever. But yeah, that moment.
They'll find a way to downplay it.
Oh yeah, 100%. Got the homie Curry Cosmos in the building. What's up, homie? Says, I'm so glad that PlayStation's done pretending and trying to save face. Facts. Hiroki Totoki already admitted they don't have the IP to fight the future content war a while back. Again, PlayStation, that's what I'm saying. I don't see them as dishonest. I see them as literally being forthright. They come out and they tell these people to their face exactly what's happening, and they just PlayStation fanboys, they just have like that self-soothing mechanism built in where they immediately find, you know, a way to block it out, you know, like, oh, this is not real, I'm just having a nightmare, pinch myself, and then they believe that shit. You know, I saw wow, you know what's funny? That's crazy. Doodle and I just went on class trip with our little ones. We went to the farm and we saw some sheep, right? And that made us think about how this weekend we went to the movies to take the little ones to go see the sheep movie, the sheep detective with Hugh Jackman, funny enough, Wolverine, right? And in that movie, if you haven't watched that movie, you need to watch that movie because you will see in real time the PlayStation fanboy when he sees or hears bad news from PlayStation. Literally, the sheep have the power in the movie to go ahead and count to 3 and forget anything bad that has ever that just happened. So they'll just close their eyes 1, 2, 3, and then wake up like, oh, hey, what's going on? That's what happens when you see PlayStation people talk about console sales. They hear the bad news and they're like, uh-oh. 1, 2, 3, forgotten. Oh man, how about those console sales? Like that is the default. That is what it is. So now you know that is the life of.
Sad thing is though, PlayStation does have the IP. They just don't want to do anything with it.
Do they though?
I mean, I'm talking about the old SOCOMs, the kill zones. Everybody always talks about those old games
not IP that anybody cares about.
But I mean, they do have them. They just don't do anything with them.
Yeah, but the reason they're not doing anything with them is because they know that no one's going to show up. If you say SOCOM today, that means nothing to 95% of the players that can possibly be buying a game. You got 5% is even too high. It's probably 1% or less that would give a flying fuck that SOCOM is being released.
Yeah, because
even though I love SOCOM, I loved the first one, was so good, man. Oh my god, first time I ever.
That's the thing. Alicia said she wants to go back to the. I don't know if she said specifically she wanted to go back to the 360 days, or she basically wanted to go back to the old Xbox or whatever. If PlayStation went back to
Xbox, she doesn't want to go back. She wants to return.
Yeah, but I mean, even if, like I said, if PlayStation would return to PlayStation,
they can't. It's impossible. They got rid of all their studios. So anybody who ever made a game worthwhile is like irrelevant. You know what I'm saying? Like they just don't matter. They can't make these games. And again, they got rid of all their creative games when they realized that no one buys them. And I'm not saying that people buy the creative games on Xbox. I'm just saying that one can afford to do it and one can't. And Xbox keeps giving us these games that are, you know, I mean, they're unique, they're special, they're different. You know, I know people try to bring Astrobot into the conversation and try to compare what Xbox is doing to when PlayStation released Astrobot, but Astrobot is just a wannabe Mario. You know what I'm saying? It's just a copy and paste joint. There's nothing unique about Astrobot. It's a wannabe game. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just the reality of what it is. Whereas Xbox releases truly unique games that no one has and no one makes. You know?
That was one of the mixtape arguments I was at with somebody because Sarah said, "Oh, but the nostalgia of the '90s and stuff." Said, motherfucker, Astrobot. Almost every 10 reviews here for the nostalgia, the homage to the old PlayStation and stuff like that.
Yeah, about to say Return to PlayStation is a Sly Cooper at the moment. That's their only plan for Return to PlayStation. And that's like if Ghost of Yote didn't do what they thought, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. So I wonder if we're gonna get that announcement for what's it? The Sly Cooper, right?
Yeah, because I mean Ghost of Yote could have done great, but if everything else does bad this 12-month cycle, do they still get the green light to continue Ghost? Because it's a budget issue of like how much it costs to produce the game, apparently, right? So,
I mean, listen, AI is going to play heavy into PlayStation's future. You know what I'm saying? So we already kind of know
AI is bad. They can't be doing that.
No, AI is good, but we know that they're going to rely heavily on that. And honestly, I'm praying to God that they do, because that's the only way we're going to get better looking games from PlayStation. There is zero chance that they're going to do anything out of pocket to make these games look better. They're going to be working this AI hard. But we do have the homie Dreco in the building. Thank you for being here, homie. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for that $5 super chat. Says, I own a PlayStation 5 and Saros is not even enough to get me to turn it on. Broski, I feel you. Like I said, PlayStation 5 sitting right there. No desire. Nothing about that game made me say, yo, I need to do it. I need to go get this game. I'm sorry, bro. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. So yeah, I feel you though. 100%. Feel that. Where am I? Here we go. We got the homie APIMB in the building. What's up, man? The truth has arrived. Yes, it has. What's up, player? Who else is in the building? Be nice in the building. What's up, fam? Thank you for being here, man. Appreciate you. Ray Chi in the building. What's going on, homie? Thank you for being here, bro. God damn it, Dayreezy. CMoney was only on time because he ran out of olives and mustard. That's disgusting. Okay. That's disgusting.
Yeah. And
why would you ever say such a horrible thing?
I think there are some PlayStation games that I might be interested in buying, but I don't want to purchase them if I only have one access point to them. Also, like the handheld kind of opened my eyes, and what Xbox is doing with the Helix kind of opened my eyes as well. Like, I'm going to be able to access these games via multiple devices. I don't want to be locked to just PlayStation. I don't want to have to purchase a remaster 2 years later when on PC you just download a patch or you buy new hardware and you up the FPS. And all the features that they're offering to you on the PlayStation 5 for the remaster are things you could do yourself on a PC.
Agreed. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like PlayStation completely like lost me. Like I gave them the benefit of the doubt. You know what I'm saying? Like I gave them the benefit of the doubt. I bought pretty much every exclusive game that they dropped, their first party games, until Spider-Man. Because I kept saying, oh, maybe it'll look better on my screen. Maybe I'm just not seeing it. Maybe I'm just hating. And then I was like, what the fuck, bro? Like, no desire. I don't have a desire to go back to finish these games. It took me 4 years to beat Ghost of Tsushima. And that game I actually was intrigued by and was interested in.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else that they released just doesn't fucking matter, bro. Like, it's just, they're not exciting. They're cookie cutter, right? Like, it's just the same bullshit over and over again.
They got so set on that template and they never deviated from it. And all their studios are following in large part the same template, but with slightly different mechanics. And yeah, at some point it does kind of, run out for people.
Yeah, I started. I think it was around November, December. Started playing the first Last of Us for the first time, and I think I'm still only like 38%.
Well, I mean, that's the thing, right? If the shit doesn't call you, then it doesn't call you. And that's just what it is. Like, there's no way around it. You can't pretend to give a shit. And that's what they want us to do, right? Like, that's what these people want us to do. They expect, PlayStation released the game. So finally, the drought is over. We must go suck at the teat of PlayStation and give them our money so that we can have an excuse to turn on the fucking console. And it's like, no, you don't get me excited to buy your game just because it's the only game you're dropping, fam. Like, that's crazy. Like, no, do better, bro. Do better. Ask for better, PlayStation fanboys.
That's
like,
just
ask for better.
They don't.
They always talking the shit to us, right? Make sure you give Xbox the smoke.
Like I said, they always want to say they support and buy the games. That's fine, but when they're lacking, they won't call them out for lacking. They take what they give them and say thank you.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's crazy. Like, they want us to cry about shit that doesn't matter, right? Exclusives, all this other shit. That shit don't affect me, man. I've got my games. My games are here. My games are coming. Whether they're exclusive or not, I don't give a fuck, right? They're coming, and I get them. I'm not affected by that, but like, they want me to bitch about that when I got the games. I'm happy with the games. PlayStation people, what are you fucking happy with? What are you happy with? Well, owning a PlayStation, what the fuck does that mean for you? Makes no sense to me. It makes no sense to me. I mean, listen, I'm not talking about the people who are just bought, most of the people on the PlayStation don't give a fuck about PlayStation, right? They're just, that's the name they know, and that's what they bought, and that's what it is. But I'm talking about the people who are choosing, like, willingly choosing PlayStation over Xbox, which should be about the games, right? Like, the first party lineup. God bless you. Like, the first party studio, right? Who's making these games and how you're getting them? I don't know.
Think about it. When like, people are talking about Xbox games being everywhere. When's the last time somebody talked about Gran Turismo?
I've got a guy in my PlayStation versus Xbox group. That's all he talks about.
But in large.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm just saying. Like I say, I do have somebody that does in my group. Of course, it's always photo mode. It's never actual gameplay.
Like, PlayStation gamers they don't care about Gran Turismo anymore since they got Forza. They don't even talk about it anymore, and they don't recognize that things like that is exactly what's killing PlayStation's first party at the moment. And that's why I tell people, like, the people that are making the exclusive argument, if Xbox goes that way, sure, great for them. But their strategy is working. They are killing PlayStation. They have spent them out of business and flooded them with so much content that they can no longer sell first-party games at the moment. When's the last time they had a financial hit from a first-party game? Like a true, like big, massive blockbuster success. It's been a long time.
The last game. So the last besides Helldivers, the last game that PlayStation on their single-player side have announced any kind of massive sales was Spider-Man 2.
Yeah,
that's when it sold like 2 million in 3 days.
Yeah, but even that they stopped doing because they got clowned because 2 million for fucking Spider-Man 2 was not a good number.
That was in like the first day or two, and
but that's what we had a whole time mocking the shit out of their Spider-Man things. Is like, what happened? Where'd it go? Why was it not so high? Right. So that's why they stopped doing it. That's why they won't announce these smaller numbers anymore. Because they know that you can't have 90+ million consoles and be like, oh my god, let's celebrate 1 million copies of our first party IP. Like it makes no sense.
What was it? Last financials, they said Sony first party sold 6 million copies or something like that last quarter. And that includes Ghost of Yote, I think.
Yeah.
October, November.
That includes every first party game that they ever released.
That's first quarter, so that didn't include Ghost of Yote. But it's included in the numbers, but not when Yote released.
I mean, it's kind of is what it is, man. We do have the homie Emmanuel A1. Shout out to the homie. Thank you, my brother, for being here, man. Appreciate you. Thank you for that $5 super chat, man. Says, keep spitting facts, CMoney. It's been 30 years, and I still haven't seen a good first-party PlayStation game yet. Fuck them. Damn. Bars. 30 years. I mean, listen, there's a reason why. Think about this, right? There are some of us right now in this chat that in 2000 and what was it? 2001 when the Xbox 2001, right? Am I correct? Yeah. Yes, 2001. 2001 when the Xbox dropped. Before that, I sat there. Okay, I sat there and I had a PlayStation 2. That was basically the first console I bought with my own money. And I had like no games for it. I think I had what was it called? The Bouncer?
Bouncer.
Is that what it is?
That was Square game.
The Bouncer. Yeah, the Bouncer. I had the fucking Bouncer for like mad long. And yeah, it was. I didn't have OG. So. I didn't know what game to get. Like I don't get me wrong. I read I had every gaming magazine subscription possible, and just like nothing fucking called me, bro. It just really was like, what the fuck? Like, why isn't this good? And then it wasn't until Xbox that I saw that the Electronic Gaming Monthly magazine. That first fucking magazine with that, it was all green and that silver Xbox was boom, just right there on the cover. That I fell in love and said, holy shit, this is the fuck I'm talking about. And they came in swinging their shit hard, like, yeah, power, doing shit that nobody's doing. Look at this thing. Look at this. Listen, they did what they did. All right, fucking Halo, all this exciting games, like even the football games. We didn't have fucking Madden or whatever, but that shit looked dope. Some of my favorite time playing a football game outside of NFL 2K was XSN. What was the fucking goddamn it? What was the name? Fever. Was it NFL Fever?
NFL Fever. They didn't go too long without Madden. I think they got Madden by the time 04.
Yeah, it was a few years they didn't have because it was NFL Fever, then XSN. They created their own network. NFL Fever was fire, bro. Yeah. NFL Fever was so good. I love that fucking game. So the point is that yes, you said that 30 years, nothing has come out that made you want to get it. Like I can see that 100% because it was the games that got me so excited for the Xbox, right? The games, man. And it's like, that's where, for whatever reason, the world wants to downplay now. Like the games don't matter. Xbox has all the games. Okay, all the dope ass games are being made at Xbox, and because we're on Xbox, we have all those games that come to us, man. It's so fucking amazing, and somehow they get shit on. It's crazy to me. We got the homie Dave Reezy in the building. Thank you, my brother, for being here. Thank you for that $5 super chat, homie. Says the reason why Xbox exclusives work better than PlayStation: variety. Halo is an FPS, Fable, RPG, Forza, racing, Gears, shooter. PlayStation exclusives are copy and paste. They are copy and paste, bro. They are. And it's like, look, I'm not going to front some things. I'm happy for them to copy and paste because I love the quality. And if they could take it to the next level, is great. Like a Last of Us or Uncharted, I feel like they did a great job coming into the, not this generation, obviously, but the PlayStation 4 generation. I felt like Uncharted 4 was beautiful in comparison to their old stuff. Like it was a noticeable upgrade. And it's just like PlayStation 5 is a generation of stagnant bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like just waste of lifetime, you know.
Because I always kind of made jokes. The PlayStation first party basic mechanics: punch, punch, bow, punch, punch, web, punch, punch, sword, punch, punch, gun, punch, punch, staff, punch, punch.
Yeah, kind of. You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong.
You can throw a kick in there every once in a while too.
There you go.
And as I said with Spider-Man 2, it's like there's nothing new in the game. So what do you mean? There's web walking. Okay.
Yeah, there you go. And Wolverine will be tightrope walking up in the phone poles, apparently, and unless they swapped it.
I think their template would have been fine if they actually had like some real, like if like someone like Shuhei Yoshida was still in the building to kind of like push them to shift before it got stale. But it got stale, and there's nobody there now to be like, hey, this is what we need to do to keep up with what's going on in gaming. And they're chasing trends, but by the time they chase trends, you know, it takes 5 years to make a game, and that whatever that trend is no longer trending. So
exactly. Yep, makes no fucking sense. Got Hamilton in the building. Shout out to you, Hamilton. Appreciate you. Let me see. Let's see. We got the homies talking a lot of stuff in here. Oh, I'm also like really far back. Holy shit. All right. Let me go to more contemporary conversations. Jesus. Let's go down. Man, I was really far down. All right. Gen X Gamer, what's up, fam? I see you, homie. Thank you for being there, being here. Future Generations, what's going on, player? Game Adaptation Newscast, what's up, homie? Says I wanted a PlayStation just for Resident Evil 2. Yeah, Resident Evil was a big reason that a lot of people wanted a PlayStation. Again, just different times, right? It's easy to get caught up in this idea that, oh, because they had that game, you know, people bought it. And yes, back then they did. Today, that wouldn't be the case. Like you said, I think it was Broke Boy who said, and we've said it before, but like if COD stopped going to PlayStation, another military game would rise, right? Battlefield, something else would take its place, and people would just find their way. And the same thing with anything like that, like Resident Evil. You go ahead and fucking put that out there. You would, if you took it away from one of the consoles, a different zombie game would just rise up and be the thing, you know, the Dying Lights of the world and stuff like that. So it's just wild that the time has passed so far from when these things first came up. I see Ryland Killer in the building. What's up, man? CBH4, CBH4 God, what's going on, homie? Moonlight Ace in the building. What's up, player? Power Boss in the building. What's going on, dog? Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. All right. Listen, I think it's time. Oh, we got Spartan 661 in the building. What's up, man? Thank you for being here, my brother. It was good having you come up on the show the other day. That was dope. All right. Let me go ahead, and we're about to hop into these topics. All right, let's go ahead and hop right the fuck in. Let me get my chapter. Wait, I should probably. Sorry, hold on. Let me. Where the fuck is it? Over here? No. What did I do? Where'd it go? Is it this one? Yes. Okay. There we go. All right. So go here. Gotta get my article. My article ready. It's happening. Don't worry. I had it lined up. It's coming. All right. Is this the right one? Yep. All right. All right. Let me get my chapter here. Boom. Boom. Oh, wait. Let me bring it up first. Go here. Let's bring this bitch here. Share. What? Oh, wrong. My bad. Literally the thing that I'm not supposed to be doing. So I go here. Then I share on this screen. There we go. All right. Go through that. Then we do this. Let me take my chapter. All right. Okay, as you've seen in or on our thumbnail and in the title, PlayStation exec calls PlayStation 5 a plastic box without content. That is obviously a very clickbaity title, because realistically speaking, if you listen to it, you know that he's talking about something else, but still the words were strung together, and he's not wrong. He's not wrong. This is literally the reality of what it is, right? It is just a plastic box without content because it doesn't have much of shit. But there was this interview that was done. A lot of different things came from it. This is the kind of headliner piece of information that dropped. For me, when I look at this, okay, and I want to kind of get all your thoughts on this, obviously, guys. But for me, when I think about this, and I think about the fact that, when he's talking about this, the context that he's actually talking about it is why they go ahead and do so many third-party games, right? They're all in on third party because without those third-party games, their PlayStation 5 is just a plastic box without content. I think it's actually even more damning if you include the whole idea instead of this version, because this version is a little more clickbaity, right? Where the reality is that he's the third party guy basically saying, yeah, without us, there is no content there because the PlayStation has no first party of any consequence. Okay. And I'm not talking about sales, I'm just talking about the amount of first party games they put out, the quality of the first party games they're putting out. They're just subpar now, right? I mean, Xbox has created this whole new tier of quality that PlayStation doesn't really understand. They can't quite hit it. Where Xbox, from the biggest games to the smallest games, are all just cranking at this super high level. So for me, yeah, it's pretty damning when you hear the PlayStation come out and say, yeah, without our third party, it's just a plastic box without content. That's
I
really,
mean,
really wild.
I combine that with comments that Hiroki made 2 years ago, where he said, whether it's for games, film, or anime, we don't have that much IP that we fostered from the beginning. So, I mean, it's kind of when you marry things that they've been saying over time, they've acknowledged that they have a severe deficit in their first party content across the board, and they're trying to fix that, and they're latching on to third party as much as they can in order to save their company.
Facts. And it's pretty crazy because that's literally just what it is. Like they go so hard into the third party, and again, part of their identity was going ahead and getting these exclusive for third party games. And we've seen them do that, this generation pretty heavily. But outside of the PlayStation media agenda out there that's going out there and, glazing this stuff, realistically speaking, what third party deal that PlayStation did for this generation was anything of any consequence? Like what did they get this generation that made people say, oh, God damn, thank God I have a PlayStation? What, maybe but I guess the problem is the only games that would probably qualify don't qualify for the same reasons. Like they didn't go out and get these games, and it would probably be like Black Myth Wukong or BG3, right?
And there's only one. There's only one. Oh, go ahead.
Silent Hill 2 is the only one I can really think of.
Silent Hill 2.
Yeah.
Silent Hill 2. You mean Silent Hill?
Yeah, Silent Hill had a bunch of games that kind of went to PlayStation first and then came over to Xbox.
Silent Hill 2, the remake came to PlayStation first.
Yeah, I think Silent Hill F did too, right? Didn't Silent Hill?
No, we got F same day. That was a strange thing because we didn't get the Silent Hill 2 Xbox didn't get the Silent Hill 2 remake. They got Silent Hill F, but now they're not getting Silent Hill Townfall.
Yeah, so they're doing whatever they're doing with that. But yeah,
but like even that, right? It's a great name, right? It's a great name, but did it go crazy? Like, did Silent Hill go crazy? Like, oh my God, this is like the greatest fucking game ever. Or in reality, did it just make us laugh at the PlayStation 5 Pro? Like, that's what I remember Silent Hill for, showing how shitty the pisser was.
Well, the funny thing about Silent Hill is that it's never been a phenomenal seller, even back in the PlayStation 2 days when it was at its peak. It was like one of those games that was like a media darling, and it was like a cult favorite, but it never did like great numbers, like compared to like something like Resident Evil. But yeah, I mean, they like you're saying with those with the deals they made for third party, how many of them sold great? I'm not sure any of them really sold great, and I think only one publisher or one studio said that the deal worked out for them in a way that they wanted to do it again, and I think that is a little indie game, Kenna. I think Kenna's the only one that's been like, I came back to the well to do another deal with Sony. The rest of these companies, even a game like Helldivers that was a big success, that studio, they said we're doing our own game now and we're not publishing through Sony.
And Stellar Blade sequel.
Yeah, Stellar Blade, same way. They appreciated the relationship they had with Sony, but they said no thanks going forward. So they see that these deals aren't beneficial to them, and the customer base is not attaching to their games on the PlayStation. I'm pretty sure Stellar Blade sold better on PC than it sold on PlayStation. And I am pretty sure Helldivers 2 sold better on PC than it sold on PlayStation. So it's like when these companies do these deals, they're finding better sales elsewhere, and they're seeing that it's not necessarily in their best interest to continue with those type of deals.
Well, and that's one of those things. That's Stellar Blade is one of those things where the PlayStation guys will come back and say, your PlayStation guys or PlayStation games don't do well on PC, and then the first thing they say is, well, what about Stellar Blade?
Yeah,
that's the exception, not the rule.
Yeah, and it's not really their game. It's a publishing deal. That studio still owns the IP. They plan on doing a Stellar Blade sequel, and PlayStation doesn't have any rights to that. They're going to put it.
Well, and it also, I read that same interview they did a couple days ago. They said that they're still looking for additional platforms for the first game.
Yeah.
So Xbox may still be seeing that one.
I mean, look, the thing is that whether it comes or not, like nobody cares, right? Like the ship has sailed. If you wanted to play it, you would play it on PC or on PlayStation. It's really not that big of a deal. I see Ray Chi naming a bunch of different games in the chat. So let's see. He says Zenless Zone Zero, Genshin Impact, Honkai Star Rail, but those are on Xbox now, right? Well, I don't know
And
about
those
that
are
Honkai.
those are more mobile games too. Like, yeah, they do okay on console, but they're really more mobile games.
Yep. Wukong, Infinite Nikki, NTE, Ananta, Silver Pilot. So those are like those I call them like those Genshin Impact games, right? Like the very similar.
Gotcha games. Is that what
That's what they're called, gotcha games.
Gotcha
I mean,
games,
don't get me
yeah.
wrong, those gotcha games be looking fly. They put
Yeah.
a lot into making those games look amazing. But there's definitely a certain type of game, right? Like a certain
And they're
type
mobile
of game.
games. That they do most of those games are mobile games, and they do best.
And they're all on
mobile.
PC.
Yeah, and they're
right?
all on PC as well. Yeah.
Yeah. So like somebody like me, when I'm sitting there and I see that list, it's doesn't really do anything for me because it's like whatever. Like you can play those games and they're not high powered. So it's not like you need to go like you can't tell me that you don't have a PC that can play a gotcha game. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody has a PC of some type. And gotcha games are notorious for being able to run, like you said, they're mobile games, so they can run on pretty much any piece of PC hardware. So that's not really,
Yeah. Honkai Star Rail is available on phones as well. Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah. So it's look, I agree with you, because this is what Ray Chi is saying. He's saying that they were time exclusive. Well, he said this is what killed Xbox.
On console,
Xbox
yes, but
we don't need those. Say that again, bud.
I said they were exclusive on console, yes, but most of their success didn't come on console. It was their mobile games for the most part.
Yes. Yeah. And they're now, most of them are now on Xbox, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think oh shit, Curry says, oh, that's not true anymore. CMoney, the new wave of mobile games require good specs on PC to run. Really?
I mean,
so they can
still that Horizon Steel Frontiers, that looks like the game that should have been on PlayStation, not mobile.
Yeah, it looks like a really good like game for its.
It looks like a better Horizon than Horizon.
Yeah, it looks good, like visually. So
yeah, so like for me, like I would never look at like this is what killed Xbox, right? Like I don't. That is a lot of investment in what people say, right? Like I would never. I can't even pretend that Xbox has had any real problems at all. Actually, we've been, for the most part, been chilling pretty well. Obviously the narratives that people want, the sadness that people feel with certain things. Look, the Xbox heard what Xbox fans want, right? They want to have every game. They don't want to be limited anymore. Okay. And I think we cannot I think we can now realize that Xbox has kind of circumvented the entire problem, right? Yeah. Right. So like, yes, this last few years, whatever, there's been certain things that people weren't able to get on an Xbox if you were strictly Xbox console only and you didn't deviate from that. Then yeah, there were some things that you missed that maybe you liked or you cared about, and that sucks, right? But let's see it for what it is. They are fixing that scenario for the next generation console. If you buy Helix, you will never ever miss a game again.
You go into dev mode on your Xbox, it's almost nothing you can't play.
Oh, right now, what you're saying, and it's free to go to dev mode now.
Yeah, it's free. So yeah, there's almost nothing you can't play. Like, you can play PS1 games, you can play PS2 games, PS3 games, PS4 games. You can play old Nintendo games, old Sega games. You can play those mobile games. Like it's
Mm.
almost nothing you can't play on Xbox at the moment.
No, I was going to bring this up earlier, but I was waiting until we actually talked about this. Remember back when PlayStation during the Holy Week things, Xbox can't buy Activision because they may make COD exclusive. How many games have they made exclusive since Xbox bought COD?
Well, it's the opposite. They went the other direction.
That's what I said. They were trying to get Xbox everything canceled because of a might be, which they weren't going to do. Too much money involved in that shit. To something that they've been doing since then.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I think. Look, for me, this is really a victim of the. Like Xbox being a victim of the past scenario, like the past regime. They really were always playing on the back foot, right? Like they never ever felt aggressive or they were doing any offense, right? It's only been defense in the past where I feel like Asha is moving forward. You know, she's moving shit forward. She's pushing things forward. We're definitely going to talk about a lot of the new shit coming on the Xbox side of things. But you know, in that instance, like when you look at it in that way, at the end of the day, like this is the most truth that PlayStation has ever put out there. Literally saying that without their third party, the PlayStation 5 is just a plastic box without content. And that's a real thing. Like, I mean, realistically speaking, if we call spade a spade, you remove third parties from the world and you only go first party. There's only one console that would reign supreme. Yeah. That's just what it is. If we're going based off of your team, you know what I'm saying? Like what your team produces, Xbox is the one. They are it. They are the excitement. There's no excitement on any other platform, Nintendo either. Until they release a new mainline Mario or a new mainline Zelda, and that's only Zelda is only still riding off the train, like the coattails of Breath of the Wild, right? Yeah. Because before Breath of the Wild, Zelda was, I mean, people liked it, but it wasn't Mario. It wasn't anything huge as far as the game's concerned. Just that group of people who played it.
Breath of the Wild is Nintendo's lessons. We're gonna make it for every generation.
Zelda kind of has it's like a roller coaster. Sometimes it's a little bit down, but when they make a great one, you know, everyone flocks to it. So it's kind of like a roller coaster.
Yeah, but game. I guess when I look at that stuff, I do it from my perspective because I have no interest in any Zelda before Breath of the Wild. So I'm assuming there's a lot of people like me. That's why the sales for Breath of the Wild were so crazy and astronomical. Yeah. Whereas, you know, the other ones, sure, I'm not saying they sold bad, but I'm saying they didn't reach outside of their little bubble. Yeah. Right? I hadn't done it before and I didn't care about any of those games or I don't know. Just those old games didn't do it for me.
It's a roller coaster game. Like sometimes it'll be high of highs and sometimes it'll be like, oh, you know, like Ocarina of Time versus like Majora's Mask. You know, like one sold phenomenal, the other sold okay. It's just, you know, that's just kind of how it is for them.
Yeah.
I'm hearing a rumor that we might see a new Mario before the end of the year.
I mean, at this point, Nintendo's going to be desperate. So I can easily see them start pushing stuff forward.
There was an article I read somewhere the other day where they were talking about they've got some big name games still coming this year they haven't announced yet.
Yeah, and I'm sure. I mean, listen, they're going to be at Summer Games Fest, in some capacity. So I don't know if it's just a start. Remember, they just announced Star Fox, which is I would say is a pretty big game.
And supposedly that From Software game is still supposed to release this year.
Yep, that game's still coming out. Infamous, what's up, man? Says this guy talking about Zelda like it's not one of the biggest IPs to date. Oh, I mean, I'm not talking about the IP. Zelda is an IP for sure. You know, but let's be clear, it wasn't until after Breath of the Wild came out that it hit mainstream. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just the reality. There's not really a a debate on it. I would say that I'm a mainstream Nintendo player. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a deep cut Nintendo fan. You're not going to get me to be like, oh my God, I love this old shit. Nope. Don't. And I had them, you know, Mario 64 was fire. Loved Mario back in the day. And loved all the mainstream Marios. But I mean, Zelda's not it like that. It's not Mario, you know. It says Gen X Gamer says Skyward Sword was a big game too, CMoney. Yeah, again, I guess what I'm saying is like it was big for its audience. You know what I'm saying? Like the people who like Zelda thought it was a great game and wanted to go buy it, right? I'm saying that outside of that, Breath of the Wild is the only thing that kind of got me, right? And look, let's fast forward to the future when something comes out that just proves I'm right, right? Like we're always in the same boat, right? I'm always right with this shit. It's easy for me to get outside of the group of people who really feel something about it because I don't care about any of that stuff outside of Xbox, right? So PlayStation, Nintendo, for them to get me to do something, it has to be special. And it wasn't. Unfortunately, it wasn't until Breath of the Wild that happened. That's just the fact. I'm not talking about quality. I'm not saying that Mario is better than Zelda or whatever it is. Again, the hardcore fan base would know better than me what's a better game. I don't care enough about that stuff. But ultimately, I don't. It's just a reality. I know Infamous says Ocarina of Time was a game changer. So good. Link's Awakening was a game changer. So great. I just want to know what game changed. Like what changed from that? Because Mario 64, that was a game changer. Like that literally changed the way games were played. It's definitely from my perspective. I'm not downplaying the reality of what it means to people and shit. I'm just talking about like if it's me, I know that if a game can reach me that's not an Xbox game, it's something that's special. It's like a game like Crimson Desert, right? That's something special. It made me want to go buy it. I don't buy games no more unless it's fucking amazing or necessary. Like I need that game in my life. And Breath of the Wild fucking hit. I never played a Nintendo game for that long. I put like 200 hours into Breath of the Wild. Just crazy. And then I hated the second one. You know what I'm saying? The second one they came out with was just such a waste of life. It was so stupid.
Talking tears.
So Dave Reed says Ocarina of Time was the first 3D Zelda. Okay,
Yeah.
but 3D was already here. So obviously after that, everything is gonna start making a 3D version, right? It was Mario 64 that was the big one, right? Mario 64 was the game changer. Everything else was bound to do it. They were never going to stay 2D forever, right? So, but it is what it is. Like it's just like PlayStation, right? PlayStation just doesn't have many games that matter to a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Not that they don't have them. It's just a reality, right? It's just a reality. It's all, again, like back in the day, PlayStation did its work to get to the point where PlayStation became the household name, right? PlayStation 4 really got its grooves in and just fucking was locked in because of the fumble that happened surrounding the Xbox One generation launch. But outside of that, it's like, that's all they did. They took advantage of that moment. Because after PlayStation 4, they haven't really shit. They haven't done shit. They haven't done anything of consequence, which is crazy, but it's true. It's funny. Both Mario and Zelda on the Switch 1 were my most played like Nintendo games ever. You know, I don't know how long I played Mario 64. It was the only game I had for literally months. I don't even remember when was the when did Wave Race come out? Was that at launch or was that a few days after launch? I don't remember. Like a few
I know
months
I got
after.
like 90 stars on Mario 64. I never got the whole 100, but I got like 90.
No? Oh my god. I got all of them.
No,
I got everything. That game was fucking fire. But it was the only thing I played for like ever. GoldenEye, goddamn, on the 64, fire. Woo! And then let's be real. Well, first of all, Gen X, I'm not hating the
I don't remember.
N64 era. I love the N64 era. It's just Zelda was trash to me. But wrestling was really, that was the golden era. Oh my god, wrestling will never be the same. Even if they gave you the same configuration now, it doesn't matter. It doesn't hit the same. Back then, when everybody was into wrestling the real way, like the Attitude Era was the dopest shit ever.
No Mercy
all those games.
on 64.
No Mercy,
It.
No Mercy, WCW,
Revenge.
NWO Revenge.
Raw,
Yeah.
Raw versus SmackDown.
Oh no, that was after. That was after.
Yeah.
That was already.
That's the one I can
later
remember.
wave. Yeah, that's the ones that are already.
SmackDown was on
already
PlayStation, right? SmackDown was a PlayStation game. I never made it.
Yeah,
to-
SmackDown was a PlayStation game.
I thought it was
and
GameCube.
Raw was a PlayStation game.
I think it may have been on GameCube as well, but it started on PlayStation, the SmackDown series of games.
Yeah, no, I wasn't. I remember. I did have WCW Thunder.
I remember that game. Yeah,
Oh,
I didn't
yeah.
have
See,
it, but I remember it.
yeah, those other games were too janky for me. There was just the one. It's literally just, I bought them. I have them here because I have to like own them. But like just that, the WCW Revenge, the
No Mercy.
the
was my
No
favorite.
Mercy. There was another one too. I have them. I don't remember exactly the names of all of them, but there was like this group. There was like 3 or 4 of them that were like, oh shit. They were all kind of the same game, pretty much, right? It was made by the same people.
Yeah, THQ.
THQ, but it was Jukes.
Okay.
Jukes.
Yeah. That was
Jukes
when I
the-
had high hopes when I saw that Jukes was making the new AEW game. I was like,
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, that was so good, bro. That was such a good time. Such a fun time to be a gamer, bro. God damn. It was great. Yeah, it was Ukes. Ukes was it. But then, that it was only Ukes by name than the people who did the latest one, right? Because it's not the same people who were there back in the day who did it. Yeah, it was a good time, man. It was a good motherfucking time for sure. Oh, Mayhem. Yes.
Yeah, Mayhem.
was,
I remember that.
Yep. Mayhem was the shit. Yeah, Def Jam Fight for New York was also fire. That's a game that I still don't understand how we.
That was PlayStation as well, right? Def Jam was PlayStation. I don't think that was. I don't think that was on Nintendo.
That's a good question. Wait, was it on Xbox?
It
Def
may have
Jam
been on
came
Xbox too. Yeah, it's probably on Xbox too.
Yeah, it came out later. So, but Def Jam was also fire. They need to make another one of those. But even like the rap game ain't fun no more. I think everything is passed by. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just there was like a golden era for shit. Fillmore says it was Xbox and PS2. Oh man, Powerballs. Ken Griffey Jr. baseball. I used to fucking love that shit. God damn. I also used to like All-Star Baseball. I used to be big in baseball games back in the day. I actually used to love baseball games because I used to when I was young, when I was a kid, I used to play baseball. So I used to be hard into baseball games. Yeah, all of those. MVP baseball was really good. Triple play baseball.
Ken Griffey in that baseball game was the equivalent to Bo Jackson in Tecmo Bowl.
Yeah, he was a beast. He was a monster, right? They gave him the deal. They're like, "Hey, let's put your face on this box." They were like, he was like, "Dope. Everything I do is a home run." It was fucking crazy. Yeah, there was so many, man. There were so many. NBA Street was fire. They got this new NBA game coming out.
Yes, I was going to say that when you mentioned it. I can't remember.
It doesn't look. I mean, it looks fine. It doesn't look that good. They're like, it looks like a wannabe. Like they're trying to capture that old shit.
I'm going to go really old school. Commodore 64. Jordan versus Bird 360.
That's too old school for me, dog. Too old school. Fucking Commodore 64. Holy shit. I couldn't even tell you what that looked like or what that was. No idea.
PC, kind of, sort of. They actually make one of those little mini things for it.
You know, I got to tell you, where is it? You got Trey Bone in the building. What's up, man? Thank you for being here, brother. Says the whole industry failing because they no longer want to make fun games. You know, I got to tell you, man, that is why I feel like Kiln is so under fucking appreciated right now. If you like get out of the noise of how people will like try to talk about this shit and go play Kiln, man. That shit is just a fun game. Like I saw on Twitter, Miles Dompierre, he went ahead and put out a tweet, and he like it feels like that game literally feels like an Xbox game. Like an original Xbox game from back in the day. Like it's just fun. Graphically, it's a beautiful game, but you know, for its art style and what it's choosing to do. But it's just a fun game, man. It's just so good. Like Doodle and I, it's in our circulation. Like we actually play it like we used to play Fortnite. We actually slowed down playing Fortnite to play Kiln. Like just Doodle and I just having a fucking grand old time, man. Like the game is fucking fire, bro. Like it's just fun to play and have fun and you know, make these fucking pots. Like it's cool because you could do a new pot every time. Like I go in, I build a new pot. I found my groove with the type of player I am. It's just fun, man. It's really, really good. But like that's the shit, right? Like people want to shit on that game. Like that's genuinely a unique, fun game. And I gotta tell you, like in the beginning, people weren't playing it. And the way I know is because it was kicking our ass with how long it would take to get into a game. But something happened after the first weekend that it dropped, and there's like people are playing that shit. We're getting into games fucking right away. Like I can't even like if I go press the button to start a game and then I try to go make a new pot, I can't fucking finish one. Like I can't do it. It just goes in like almost right away. It's really high quality, really high quality. Definitely fucking fun. So yeah, it's just a different time, man. It's a different time. And I feel like, you know, PlayStation got rid of all that, right? Got rid of all their unique shit, the shit that could have been interesting if they did this. Like, imagine if they kept all their studios. See, if they kept everything they had, they could have made a Game Pass rival. Now, were the games going to be as good? No, absolutely not. But they could have. They would have had enough small games to keep it going. They could have pumped out 4 or 5 games a year from first party, you know, from big games to small games, and it would have felt different. But they didn't have the ability to look in the future. And that's why you see the way PlayStation moves. They don't move future focused anymore.
Like
they don't move shit anymore. Everything is following.
I say, yeah, imagine
they want
Marathon.
You said they want safe.
Yeah. Imagine if Marathon was day one in their service.
Or what they consider safe.
Yeah, if it was day one in their service, they'd have a lot bigger chance.
I mean, most of the sales came on PC and Xbox anyway, right? Like, not many people on PlayStation bought it. So it's did they really lose anything by making it exclusive to their service? Like, they get more players, and yeah, it's probably doing better on Steam because there's more players on PlayStation and Xbox. So it makes for a healthier matchmaking and things like that. Like it creates a more unique experience. But now, you had only a few people supported on each of these platforms. If it was free to play on the PlayStation, it probably looks a lot different. The reception towards the game is probably a lot different. It probably looks closer to what the beta numbers were.
Yeah, because people actually do like it. There's a good amount of people who like it.
Yeah.
But the problem is that you gotta you have to pay to see if you like it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's not gonna fucking fly. Like,
Yeah.
nobody wants to pay for a trial. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy.
I haven't heard a single person who've played Marathon say it's a bad game. I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Like most people who I've seen.
I mean, I played it a little bit and I didn't like it, but I
Demo
wouldn't say
loves
it's a bad game. I say it's just not my type of game.
Yeah.
Demo loves it, doesn't he?
Who?
Demo Flow, he loves it, doesn't he?
Oh, I have no idea. I think
Yeah,
he was
talks
playing
about
it. I
He
don't know
talks
if
about playing it a lot.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just look at the end of the day.
I'm just not an extraction shooter player, so that's it.
Yeah.
I thought the collector's edition was pretty cool, so I got the collector's edition that didn't have the game.
Yes, you did get that. I remember. Well, anyway,
I think that'll be the Hail Mary is that they put Marathon in their service.
I think Fair Games will go there since it's going to be free to play anyway. So they'll just throw it in the service, and if it comes out, they say it's going to be free to play. They'll throw it in the service and just give like little extra bonuses for the subs and everything, like character stuff.
Maybe.
Yep. Yeah, I mean they have the ability to do it, so I think it'll just be the smart thing to do. Mr. Kima in the building. What's up, man? Says, I would like for Xbox to acquire the Resistance IP and let the Coalition or ID Software do something with it. Yeah, you know, it's funny because I feel like the Resistance IP, shout out to Mr. Kima. Thank you for being here, brother. I feel like the Resistance IP is one that I have like such a love-hate relationship with it because like the Resistance games I never really cared for. They were always like wannabe Halos to me. And then nothing ever felt as good as Halo in that time. So I think back then it would not, like, for me it just doesn't work. But I feel like now if somebody makes it like a Coalition, or even if Insomniac brought it back, I feel like now they have a much better chance because I feel like with the tech the way it is and just like the way that shooting games have gotten pretty universal, I would say, like there's like most games feel at least good enough, you know what I'm saying, on a shooter. Very rarely do you have like a game where you're like, what the fuck is this, you know, why is it controlling so poorly? So I feel like I have a good chance to survive.
I'm back on Fragpunk again. I like that game.
Who?
Fragpunk.
Yo, there's so many games, bro.
That's the one with the cards.
Mm-hmm.
You know the sad part is there's probably a better chance that Marathon ends up in Game Pass before it ends up in PlayStation Plus service. That's the sad part. That's wild. It is wild, but yeah. I haven't checked the player count for that game recently. I wonder how it's doing now.
Let me get the homie Tribal Chief in the building. What's up, man? Thank you for being here, my brother. Appreciate you, homie. Says, I would like y'all's opinion. I think that all ports should be on an even game-for-game exchange. One Xbox game for one PlayStation game, for example. If not, then no deal. Agree or disagree? Okay.
Already answered that one in the chat.
So, what I would say is, if this were the case, right? If this were the situation, then I feel like that would make it where Xbox is like needing PlayStation. So they're like going ahead and like, oh, all right, come on, man, let's trade, do whatever. I feel like the fact that Xbox is just putting their games over there and taking their money and reducing the amount of people who will ever spend money on a first-party PlayStation game, and we get those dollars coming back to us into our Game Pass subscription, into a lot of the things like we're about to go ahead and talk about once we get past PlayStation. Frankly, no, I don't think there needs to be a trade. Frankly, I don't think the PlayStation games matter enough to come over to Xbox in any meaningful way. So
I put in the chat because I don't think PlayStation has enough games for trade.
Well, I think that's their point, right? I think they're trying to say, "Oh, you only put a few over." But I just think that
versions of Last of Us.
Yeah, I think Xbox is above it. Would I be it obviously if PlayStation games came to Xbox and if there was an Xbox, I mean if there was a PlayStation game I wanted to play, then I would gladly play it on Xbox. For instance, if they did a Last of Us 3 and it was coming to Xbox, then yeah, of course, I'll buy that shit on Xbox. I'll be fucking happy as shit. But like outside of that, like I have a PlayStation. I have access to these fucking games.
Yeah.
And I don't want. You know what I'm saying? I don't want.
You know what I'm playing on my PlayStation? I'm playing Xbox games.
I think about it in a couple different ways. I think it wouldn't be fair to PlayStation because PlayStation doesn't have an equal amount of content. So then it creates a thing where Xbox says, "Oh, I just have to give them this number of games and not have your entire library of games that I care about." So I think in that way, it's not equitable. But then I also think about from like a business perspective, there's kind of like it's kind of good that certain games don't make it to Xbox for Xbox at least. Like, like do you really want to give a game like Gran Turismo a chance to have breathing room in life? Do you want Spider-Man 2 to come over to your platform when you're releasing your big game and it takes away sales from games that you're releasing that year? So I think, it's kind of a give and take. Like where if PlayStation does it of their own will, then it does kind of put, Xbox, like maybe certain Xbox titles at risk of not, selling or getting as much traction as they would like. I think Xbox is in a really powerful position being the only one that's doing it and dictating how they send their games over. And they're doing it in a way that kind of, I think, hurts PlayStation in the long run. I think PlayStation could probably do that to some degree, not as much, but they just don't see the light that they do have that. Like if God of War came over to Xbox, I'm pretty sure a lot of Xbox gamers would have the same type of FOMO, like, oh, we finally got a PlayStation game, and they would line up in droves to play it. So I'm sure it would go both ways a little bit. I think Xbox can do it more to them than they can do it to Xbox. So yeah, I don't think Xbox needs to do that. I think their strategy is working. I think eventually they'll kill PlayStation enough that the games make it over there anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Tribal says thanks. I appreciate y'all responding. Of course, brother. Thank you for being here, my friend. Ray Chi says, why would PlayStation trade Horizon Zero Dawn for Avowed? I don't know what that means 100%. Are you suggesting that Avowed is a bad game or not a good game or not on the level of Horizon Zero Dawn? Because then at that point, then it just explains how you feel, because then you just like, if you cater more towards PlayStation games, there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a whole group of people who do, right? But I mean, if we're talking calling a spade, like Horizon ain't got shit on Avowed. Avowed is fucking amazing experience, fucking masterclass from Obsidian. Like that, like Obsidian, you can't put Obsidian and Gorilla on the same fucking conversation, right? Like not even fucking close, right? Gorilla is nothing. They went to Killzone and they failed at doing that. So they went ahead and made Horizon. And Horizon was well received in the sense of like it's a different experience from them, and they did a pretty good job doing that. But that shit is fucking NyQuil, bro.
Yeah,
like that shit puts me to sleep.
Nobody has supported anything else that's come out from Horizon since its sequel.
No, only the first one blew up.
Well, Forbidden West did decent, but then after anything that came out after that, like it's not as big.
Yeah, but it's still this. You
see,
it's still this, and that's the problem, right? You're supposed to go from here, your first game, to here, your second game. But everything that PlayStation has done from PlayStation 4 to PlayStation 5 was here, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5. It's just less every time. Now, how much less? Maybe depends, but either way, always less. Right? And it's just kind of what it is, There's really no way around it. So like Avowed, I beat fucking twice. You know what I'm saying? Like I ran that shit back, and I almost went for a third time. Like that's how amazing that game was. But it's taste, right? Like it's taste. It just depends on what you're into, right? Like I love The Last of Us. I'm not gonna fucking front. I love that story. I love the characters. I love the world. But like a lot of people don't like it. That's fine. I don't give a fuck what you like. Not in that rough of a way. Not like I don't give a fuck what you play or what you like. I'm intrigued. I'm interested in conversation. Oh, you like that game? That's dope. Yeah, you know, I love The Last of Us. I think it's a fucking phenomenal franchise. I think they did a great job with it. Love the show. I think they did a great job with it. But you know, I think the shit that cemented The Last of Us for me was that moment in the very beginning of the game when Joel, you know, fucking his daughter dies in his arms, right? Like as a parent, you know, that hit me hard, and it just sold me, you know, it brought me in emotionally. But outside of that, like, you know, I think I'm just a Naughty Dog fan in general. I'm very disappointed with what they're making next. I just don't know how that game's gonna do for me. I think they're moving away from what made them great, and they're gonna try their hand at doing some other shit. And I don't know, doesn't seem like it's gonna be a W for me. But we do have Ray Chi who says Avowed was a disappointment for me. I liked Pentiment more. Yeah, I mean, look, I think, and I don't know where you sit with this, Ray Chi, so I'm not kind of talking to you, like about you per se, but I will say that I think, you know, there is a big group of people who have like that you know, that DEI and, you know, all that shit. You know, oh, you can choose your pronouns. You know, that's a thing with Forza right now, right?
I did not.
Yeah. So the game leaked early. So one of the things that came out is that when you're making your character or picking your character, regardless of whether you pick somebody who looks like a man or somebody who looks like a woman, you get to the part where you could say what's your pronouns, he, she, or, you know, whatever. They, them. I think that's what it was. I don't remember it because I just fucking clicked man and kept it moving. But you know, there's a lot of people who are, you know, who get caught up in that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like who want to say that the game's bad because of that shit. Like who the like, dude, I would never understand that. Like, I don't know. That's like saying that you're upset that people are gay in the world. Like, who the fuck cares? Like, just don't do gay things and you're fine. You know, like let them do their things. You don't do it and it doesn't bother you. Like, what the fuck does it matter? You know, are they in a TV show you don't like? Don't watch the fucking show. You know, like I don't know. Like, it's pretty simple ways to not deal with this stuff or not get caught up in it. And like just fucking play the games, dude. Just enjoy them if you like them. If you don't, keep it moving. So Avowed was a victim of that. You know, a lot of people had problems with that part of the game. And I just don't see it. I fucking absolutely loved it. I love the story. I love the parkour, first person parkour exploration shit they did was fucking dope. The graphics were fucking amazing, so beautiful. It's just like God tier for me. It was amazing game. And then they did it again with you know, Outer Worlds 2, but like I think caught up in the hype, I felt like at the moment Outer Worlds 2 was better, but then when I kind of let that simmer down, Avowed ended up for sure being my favorite. Probably one of my favorite games that has come out in a long fucking time. So yeah. So it's just kind of like to each their own, you know, like not every game's for everybody, and I get that.
I won't fault anybody for not liking a game. It's when they tell me that I'm not supposed to like it either.
Yeah, like me shit because I like the game. And the same thing for like Saros and all this shit. I don't care about the people who like it. I'm sure there's people who have fun time, right? You know,
I mean, if the game's technically bad, it's technically like if it's like flawed in its design and build, like it deserves criticism for that. But if it's just like subjectively bad, that's just your opinion because everyone's opinion of a game is subjective. So it just depends.
And that go back to that Xbox statement we talked about at the beginning of the show. Is like just because you don't like the game doesn't make it a bad game.
Yeah. Like Mind's Eye was what was objectively bad. It had physical things wrong with the game when it first released, so it was objectively bad.
But subjectively, I enjoyed it. not all of it. I did enjoy what I played of it, but I also kind of accepted what it was, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't buy it, to be fair. So it'd be different if I bought the game and didn't like it or whatever.
And to be fair, this is gonna be a good one. Gollum is not a bad game if you go into it the right way.
Well, I think that's the thing, right? Like perspective is everything, right? Like if you're expecting it to be crazy good and then you go in there and it's bad, then it fucks you up. It's like a movie, right? We do it all the time. Like we get so hyped for a movie we're about to go see, then we go see, we're like, that wasn't that good. Then we go to another movie that we thought that wasn't going to be that good, and they're like, oh man, that shit was fucking great, right? So it's just like perspective, your own expectations. Mind's Eye for me was a game that I enjoyed playing. I enjoyed the story, I enjoyed the graphics. I thought they did a good job. The gunplay was fine. It just wasn't super special, right?
Mm-hmm. Gollum, if you go into it treating it like a low budget sci-fi channel movie or something like that, it'd be horror and just laugh at it. It's kind of a fun game.
Yeah, but I do have like certain standards, right? So like graphically, the game still has to be nice for me to be able to entertain it. So Mind's Eye was a pretty nice looking game. Same thing with this other game that I genuinely want to get back to. It's just like I gotta finish shit that I'm playing and doing all this other stuff. But Svensson is another game that I just played not too long ago on stream that is very similar. It's like janky, but it's like it's unique. It's a good game. The problem with
those games. The problem with those games, besides having some issues on the technical side, is they got the moniker GTA like. You give them that moniker, they're going in expecting excellent game.
Yeah. I mean, or at least something that competes with it, and they really don't. They're just much smaller scale. And like Mind's Eye, even them, like they were like really adamant, like don't fucking compare. Like when you were talking about the game and during the review, which I fucked up and I think I put it in there. But they were like, hey, don't compare us to Grand Theft Auto, please. Like just don't. Like don't put that expectation on us.
Yeah,
so,
like that's one of the things that everybody was. I just saw was it Power Boss put in the chat. Code Violet. Code Violet guy. Everybody's making fun of it and saying it's nothing to do with Dino Crisis and stuff like that. Everybody's like, well, why are you comparing it to Dino Crisis? The devs compared it to Dino Crisis.
Yeah,
they made that mistake.
I mean, fuck, even Dino Crisis is not a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a nostalgia play. People remember it, but I mean, it definitely was like not that special, right? It was a fine game. So you're already comparing it to a game that is not actually that good, but it's just something that people think of in their mind. So it makes you look even worse because you're fighting a memory that has no basis in reality today.
Yeah. Powerboss has a question for you in there.
Powerball says you're gonna play Subnautica 2 on Thursday. If it's in Game Pass, more than likely, yeah. I got quite a few games that I gotta. I missed this past Thursday, so there's quite a few games I want to kind of.
I see your little question mark now.
Yeah.
I want to hop into.
I will say probably should have done Dino Crisis instead of that other dinosaur multiplayer game they did. Capcom a couple years back, the one that went in the Game Pass.
Exo Primal.
Yep.
Yeah, they probably should have done Dino Crisis over Exo Primal.
Yeah.
I gave that one a try. I didn't like it.
I like the story, but I hated that you had to play the multiplayer to get to earn more of the story.
I like the premise of the game. I just didn't like the game.
Yeah, I didn't really fuck with that game. Whatever happened to that fucking mech game? Remember that big ass fucking mech? Everybody was all chrome.
Mech Warrior 5?
No.
Mecha
Breaker. Or some shit?
I think that's still in Game Pass.
That came out?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been out.
What?
I played
it.
Yeah,
it's in Game Pass, yeah. It
Are
came
you
out like
shitting
last
me?
summer. It's been about a year. Yeah, it's been about a year.
That's crazy.
Let me look in this. Let me search it up.
That's wild.
Yeah, it's in Game Pass right now.
Maybe I'll play that on Thursday too, just to see. Considering that
I tried it, it wasn't bad. It's got 800 players on Steam right now.
I mean, it's not bad for a game that you would assume is pretty old already. Like it could be completely dead. But I mean, I don't know if they're.
It came out last.
Okay, so while we're talking about it, I looked it up on the Xbox store, and you are able to get it for free apparently right now.
I think it's a free to play game. But anyway,
you sure?
I'm not 100% positive, but I think it is.
Well, all right.
Let me go to the store page.
Right. In fact, I can tell you real quick. Let me jump on Steam because I haven't played it on there.
Well, now we're all trying to fucking figure it out because now it's like, well, if it's available.
Yep, Mecha Break's free on Steam, so it's probably free to play.
Okay. Yeah, I just saw it was free, so I was like, oh, let me just add it to my library.
I played it some last year when it came out. It was okay.
Oh yeah, Mecha Break. Yeah, it's free. It just says free.
Okay.
I'm still gonna add it just in case.
It's free.
Even I feel so bad. Like even that game. What was that? Mouse PI.
Yeah.
The Too Much Cheese game.
That's a fucking good game, man. It's a really, really good game, and it's like how do you play it? Like, where do you go to? You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you go ahead and jump back in to these games? Like, unless you're just playing like fucking 15, 20 minutes of fucking, a game. You know what I'm saying? Like, break up your whole gameplay time to play a bunch of different games.
See, my problem when I play, like I say, by the time I get on to try to play one of those games, about 5 or 10 minutes after I start, my family pops on Xbox or something and says, "Hey, we're getting ready to play COD or Rocket League or whatever. You want to play?" I'm like, "Sure." So it always falls back to the side again.
Yeah, I get that.
My brother's got the good method on that one. If you're going to play a game, you don't want to be bothered playing on your PlayStation.
If you want, gotcha.
So if I want to play a single player game if I want to play a single player game and be left alone, not bothered by play that over a PlayStation. So if they don't see me online, they won't send me the invite.
I get that. All right. Well, we've I don't know what direction that we've gone to. I don't even know how far away we went from this PlayStation conversation with the no content joint. Let me go back and see real quick if I can. There, nope, this one. Okay. All right. So if I go here, I guess we talked about this, right? We talked about this. This is where it is here, where he says third party is the lion's share of content for PlayStation, which, I mean, look, we know this, right? We know this everywhere. IPIMB, that's the one. Exo Mecha, not Mecha Break. Exo Mecha is the game that it was like, it was in a showcase like 5 years ago. It was on the beach. They were all chrome.
Let's see.
Everybody looks super metallic. and it was on the beach. It was like fucking stunning. You know, back when the first trailer dropped.
It's scheduled. It says it's scheduled for Q2 2026, so it's not out yet.
All right, so it's not out yet. Okay, so scratch that. I won't be playing Mecha Break. I don't even know what the fuck.
Did they have a beta for that? I think if they had a beta, that looks familiar. I might have actually played the beta on that one.
I don't know. But yeah, thank you, APIMB. That is correct. All right. So yeah, back to PlayStation. The third party is the lion's share of content for PlayStation, of course, right? Like there's way more third party games that come into it, but I don't know if it's in a different all right. So there was a different one that talked about how many games they are supporting. Let me see. Is it this one? No. So they hold on. I have it. Is it this one? Oh, okay. Yeah, this one right here, right? So if I go here, I show this instead. It says Sony has helped fund over 120 projects this generation. Now think about that. Matt Grice, what's up, homie? Thank you for being here, buddy. Think about that. 120 games Sony has helped fund this generation, but they've released like what? Fucking 10. How many games have they released this generation? Like 15 games?
This generation? Like not including deals.
Yeah, their games, the first party studios.
Oh,
Not exclusive, not deals. I'm talking about
like
first party studios.
like
under
what?
PlayStation
Demon Souls
banner.
remake, Miles Morales.
Technically, Demon Souls went back to not being a first party game because they have since closed Blue Point. So that was not there's not a first party developer game.
Oh, all right. Well, let's not do that one. The 2 Spider-Man games, Horizon,
2 Horizons, 2
Ghost of
Spider-Man.
Yote.
God of
No,
War.
they did one Horizon. They did Horizon Forbidden West, and they did a DLC. They didn't do 2.
Oh
Horizon
yeah.
games.
Okay, so back down. So okay, so
2 Horizons, 2 Spider-Mans, 1 God of War.
1 God of War.
Let's see.
Concord died.
Concord.
They own that studio, right?
Yeah, they own the
Concord?
studio. Yeah.
Yeah. So Concord though that died, but 6. Obviously, baseball happens every year. I don't know if we want to count baseball, but I feel like that's
Yeah.
kind of
Returnal, Saros.
Saros.
Ratchet
and Clank.
Yep.
If you're going through PlayStation games, I think last I saw they had 38 first-party games released, including remasters this gen.
No, you can't count any of that bullshit. You have to count actual.
Yeah, not
real
counting.
If you're not counting remasters, drop 11 of them.
Lego Horizon, technically,
yeah,
because that
10.
was made by Gorilla, right?
Astrobot would be 11.
Are you going first party or just in general?
Only first party studios, not exclusive bullshit. Just their studios.
You consider Helldivers that because their studio didn't make it, but they own the IP.
No, that's not a first party studio. If they can walk away, then it don't count.
Yeah, it's not that. Yeah, it's like 11 or 12 games.
Right? What else?
Somewhere between 9 and 12. Yeah. From their actual from their actual studios, yeah, about that. About 11 or 12.
You can't really count Returnal either because they didn't own Housemarque when they had that game.
Well, I'm giving it to them because they own them now, so it's like it's a first party studio now. So, and GT Gran Turismo, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure if that released this generation, but yeah, you got Gran Turismo and My Gran Turismo. A free to play one, so you got 2 of those.
Destruction All Stars.
No, that's not a first party studio.
I'm just looking at a list of games that they
Yeah. No, I'm not worried about like the games that come over there. We already know they all walked away from PlayStation, so it means nothing.
Yeah,
No, Miles Morales was last generation.
Miles Morales was a launch title. It was cross-gen. It was a launch title for the PS5.
Because they included the remaster.
So then that one technically
it was bundled with the console. Yeah, you could get it with the console bundle.
So was that 12?
They included the remaster for Spider-Man 2018 in it.
Yeah.
Was Sackboy first party?
No.
They released a Sackboy this gen? I thought
Sackboy
but it
wasn't
this gen.
first party.
It's not. I thought it was like a Japan studio game or something like that.
No, Sackboy was made by oh god. I'm annoyed because I know exactly who they are. Who made?
I'm doing the same thing. Sumo Digital.
Yeah, Sumo does some. Sumo Digital. Yep. Yeah. So you're talking about in the whole generation.
It was released the first week of the PS5 gen.
Okay, yeah. The whole first generation, it was like 12 games.
Yeah. Because they blew their load a couple months before the PS5 dropped with Ghost and Last of Us 2, I think. I mean, and Ghost of Tsushima. Ghost of Tsushima and Last of Us 2 came out a couple months before.
Ghost of Tsushima.
For perspective, literally Xbox released 13 games last year.
13? Are you counting the published games like Denji Gaiden 4 and stuff?
No, they released. I think they released like 15 total.
Towerborn was just published, so it wasn't one either.
But even if you go ahead and take out those extra ones, let's say it was 10, or let's say it was 9 in 1 year, versus fucking 6 years, and you're at 12, you'll be at 13.
Yeah, like 2 to 3 per publishing house on average. So Xbox Game Studios releases 2 or 3, ZeniMax releases 2 or 3, and ABK releases 2 or 3 on average per year.
It's crazy. But again, now when you think about 120 games they help generate, why couldn't they put that towards their first party?
Not enough studios.
They could spend the money and get. I mean, they bought a bunch of studios, right? And then they just closed them all.
Yeah,
one by one.
They tried to do what Microsoft was doing, and they realized they couldn't keep up, and now they're kind of suffering for it. Because at one point they were neck and neck studio count wise after the Bethesda acquisition. Then ABK happened, and they bought Bungie and I think Firewall, and then it just kind of all went this.
I got the belief that other people do said Bungie was more a reactionary purchase than it was a we want to buy you. I think they were in.
Yeah.
Well, they thought the name was going to have a clout.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like they thought.
I mean, well, Destiny 2 was on a high at the time that they purchased them. It wasn't like, I mean, it was winding down as far as how much more content they were going to make for it. But Destiny 2 was like on a monthly basis. It was one of the top played games, at the time they purchased them. So, sucks to suck.
Sucks to suck. You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong. But yeah, that's my thing with this. You just kind of look at what's happening over there, and it's like this admitting that this was that you rather place your dollars everywhere else is crazy work. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. When you have a first party staff that's struggling, you know what I'm saying, to get any real content out, I don't know, man. I feel like it's just crazy that that's what this is. Like, to find out that 120 games they had their hands in, as far as dollars are concerned.
It's just crazy to me that they have a studio like Bend who had a game that was successful, and they'd rather them go damn near a decade without making a game than allowing them to make a Days Gone 2.
And it was a game people want. It was a game people said they wanted.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
because
sold
people
well.
like the game.
Yeah, it
It
didn't
sold
review well.
That's the problem.
It didn't review well. It sold well. And yeah, people didn't want it. It was one of the few games that deviated from the Sony template. It wasn't a full template game. And I guess, the reviewers didn't like that. But yeah, people liked it. And yeah, like Days Gone, like they should have greenlit Days Gone too, especially after all these live service games flop. They should have been like, yeah, F it, go ahead and make it. But
You would think they would have done it automatically.
Yeah,
and they're like,
I think it's a Herman Hulst thing
because they tried making it. They try to pitch it,
mm-hmm.
and it's just PlayStation's on this other shit. They're trend chasers, right? So they go and they saw the multiplayer shit, and they're like, God damn, how come we can't have that? Let's do that. And it's like they ruined everything.
I think that was more of a Herman Hulst decision because Horizon was his baby. I don't think he wanted Days Gone competing with that. That I think had Days Gone 2 and Horizon 2 came out, I think those games would have went on different trajectories. I think Days Gone would have kept ascending.
Yes, 100%.
I think a part of him. I think a part of him felt that. Yeah, I think a part of him felt that Days Gone might be more successful than his baby. Yeah, I kind of get that feeling, and we might hear about it like years from now, like it gets confirmed. But that's just kind of like the feeling I get because the game did well. Like people still talk about Days Gone. People like the game, so I mean,
yeah, I feel that. I don't know how I missed this, but yeah, broke boy with that $2. Appreciate your homie. Says on behalf of the game adaptation newscast. I think I saw that he was saying he was too broke to super chat. That was nice. It's all good, bro. Being here is all that matters. Coming to rock out. That's what makes the difference. Ray Cheese says State of Decay is way better than Days Gone. Oh, I agree. I think State of Decay is a phenomenal franchise. With crazy support for their game. Like you can buy State of Decay and know that you're not getting forgotten. They're going to be upgrading that shit forever. Or at least until the next one comes out.
You think we'll see anything? You think we'll see that at the showcase?
Oh yeah. I think this showcase is gonna have all the games that you already know. I think Blade will be there. I think State of Decay will be there. I think Clockwork is going to show up again. Obviously, the new Call of Duty. We know Gears is going to be there. We know I'm sure Halo is going to be there. Halo for sure will be there. So
Fable, they might actually have release dates for Fable and stuff then.
Yeah, my question is, are they going to show us new shit that is a little further out? Like, are they going to give us a sneak peek?
I think they'll throw a couple out there.
Yeah, Fillmore Pockets, 100 stars. I wouldn't doubt that idea that they're going to be there. I feel like we're going to see some of those publisher deals that Xbox has. Did
you talk about that? I don't think I missed Friday's show. I can't remember when the thing came out. Did you talk about or ever cover that WWE Gears collab or whatever for the pay-per-view?
No, we're going to talk about that today.
Okay.
Yeah, once we get into the other part. But yeah, I definitely think that the show is going to be it's going to be a recap of all the shit that we've been wanting to get updates on, and then it just depends on how far they're going to go with new shit. And how wide are they going to go with like third parties? Because frankly, like, I don't even know what third party games are still that we're waiting on that are big outside of Grand Theft, obviously.
For me, my most anticipated got its release date for the Star Wars Racer.
Yeah, but that's a racer, so that's going to be pretty niche. But
it's a burnout racer though. So I mean,
yeah, we'll see how it goes. But I'm trying to think of what else there might be. Maybe Persona 6 makes a debut. Maybe Sega chooses them to show that. There's a lot of movement. There's a lot of stuff that could be going down this summer. But all right, I think when it comes to PlayStation, I think we covered enough. Yeah, I want to get to some Xbox stuff before it gets too late. Anything else on this before we move on from it?
Yeah, I'm good.
Farrell?
No, none for me.
All right, cool. How did I end up over here?
Metro 2039. We might find out something.
Yeah, I mean we just saw that, but yeah.
Dungeons 2.
You said Dungeons.
Minecraft Dungeons 2.
Oh yeah. I forgot they announced that. All right, hold on. Let me. Isn't that like the first shit? Yep. Here we go. All right.
I have a dumb question real quick before we jump into something else.
Sure.
Is Riven an old game?
Who?
Riven. I always think of Myst
Riven.
when I hear that one. Yeah, Riven, Riven. Because I always think of Myst when I hear that. When I think of that. When I think of that. Because that game's getting ready to come out. It's a puzzle. It's a puzzle. I'm changing the subject. I'm just curious if because that game sounds familiar.
Yeah, Powerball says it's old. Let me get Ray Chi for getting me on this one. He said him Racer, that's niche. Also him Racer, but from Xbox Fire. Listen, you ain't wrong. Okay, you ain't wrong. I'm only gonna ever talk from my perspective of life. Star Wars Pod Racer, sure. You know what I'm saying? Cool. Forza, different ball game. But I get what
you
you're
can't
saying.
crash it. You can't crash in Forza. That was
What
always
do
one
you
like
mean
that.
you can't crash in Forza?
I mean, you can, but not like you can. Like that's the thing that always got me with the Burnout Paradise and everything was the crashes you could do.
Like destroying your vehicle.
Yeah,
it was definitely fun.
and destroying other vehicles.
Yeah, but see, you know what's crazy? Like, this is like for me when I used to play the Burnout stuff and really like it. It was the tech that was cool to me. It wasn't for me. It wasn't about I'm having so much fun crashing. It was I'm having so much fun seeing how my car disfigures. You know what I'm saying? Like how crazy it looks. But like tech is so far past that now. Like that, like for instance, in Forza Horizon 5, when you're driving and you crash, your car doesn't blow up. But like I don't want it to blow up. Like I don't want to have that shit. I still want to have fun being the focus. Like I don't want the little bump I did to send me off into a fucking spiral burning flames and death. I just want to go and have a good time. That doesn't mean it's bad if that's out there. I'm just saying, like, for me, it's a very different beast. All right. So anything else on this before we move past? Because this is exciting stuff.
Because that just caught me off guard because I know I've heard that game somewhere before.
No, it's all right. I don't know what Riven is, but
it's a puzzle game.
Oh, okay. Well, you lost me a puzzle. There's only so much I can do with puzzles, bro. Literally, the goal is to try to stump.
Powerball said it's 29 years old. The game.
29 years old. Okay, dog. You're shit. All right. So, Xbox with their can't stop, won't stop mentality has more news that is exciting in the pipeline here. So we're going to go ahead. Jez did go ahead and have this article that he put out. It looks like a leak, like a scoop he got. So let's go ahead and take a look. Right, you are not lying. CMoney and puzzles don't match. No thing. All right. So project. Let me get this a little closer over here. Project Saluki, a new Xbox Game Pass tier has been unearthed alongside a curious POSITRON potential disc to digital program, and it could be huge. That's just crazy because that's literally what fucking Xbox One was going to do. I hope Asha's going back. Like, let me see what was the plan for Xbox One generation. Maybe we should take some of this shit because that shit was fire. Dude, you were going to be able to share your games with fucking 8 people. Was it 8 or 5? Either way.
I think 5.
Lots
yeah, 5 is still a lot.
That's 5 is a lot.
Yeah.
That would cover most of my family. We would have been fucking set.
I don't even know 5 people. I want to share games with in real life. Like 5 is a lot.
Oh, I feel that. All right. So it says the newest Xbox Game Pass tiers appear to be specifically targeting the lucrative Chinese market. And is Microsoft also working on a disc to digital program? Interesting. Says new Xbox CEO Asha Sharma has already hinted at a big China expansion for Microsoft gaming operations, and we might be on deck with the first details. Sources familiar shared 2 new Xbox code names with us recently, now verified inside the latest Xbox Insider builds. The first is Project Saluki, which seems to be a brand new Xbox Game Pass tier set specifically designed specifically designed for the Chinese market. Saluki seems to represent not one but several Xbox Game Pass tiers and rewards specifically tailored for China's unique regulatory environment and gamer preferences. Details beyond that are scant at this time. Indeed, China is incredibly important and increasingly lucrative market for big gaming companies. China is, however, incredibly difficult for Western companies to break into. Microsoft already has significant operations in China via Activision Blizzard in partnership with the likes of NetEase and other Chinese staples. The specifically tailored Xbox Game Pass offering will likely revolve around titles that have been verified by Chinese regulatory rules and perhaps focus more heavily on in-game currencies and the like. Okay. So we will leave that one. We'll stay right there with this. So this is pretty cool. So it seems like I feel like Xbox is now kind of seeing the power of Game Pass, but in a different way where it's not just, hey, we have Game Pass, come subscribe to us, but they're realizing that you can weaponize Game Pass and go ahead and put it elsewhere that's not linked to them saying, hey, I want to go get an Xbox and sign up for Game Pass. We already know that they've obviously done that on PC, but that's still more of a, hey, come to me situation. Whereas, doing this thing where they're saying, hey, Chinese market, we're going to make a Game Pass cater to them, right? One of the big, huge things that popped off that happened that's not a rumor anymore, but is a factual thing that happened is the Discord deal that we had talked about when it leaked is now reality, right? And now what they're doing is they're going ahead, and we talked about Netflix, right? We talked about all these things where it's like, hey, take Game Pass, make it a vehicle for people to get engaged with you, but put it out there in their faces via places that already have a way in, right? So Discord, Netflix, you make Game Pass part of that, all of a sudden you're like in there in a big major way because you're getting all these people who are going to have eyes on Game Pass without being linked directly to Xbox or PC, which is huge. But again, when you think about China, right, it's a huge market. And there are obviously, roadblocks to getting engagement with that group of people. So, being making it targeted directly to them, I think it's a smart move. I mean, where do you guys say where the China scenario is concerned, and seeing them kind of branch out that way, right? Putting their games into these different markets, which is a complaint I think people had, right? Your stuff is not everywhere, right? How do you get over there? Well, it seems like they're trying to find a way.
I like it. Like, I like getting Game Pass and in places where they aren't traditionally, located. And I think China is a great starting point there, and probably Korea as well. I've heard they've had, not as much of a market in Korea as they possibly could. So, I mean, getting into those places gets Xbox closer to their goals. And the closer they get to their goals, I feel like the more games we get in our service. So I feel like it's like a win-win. So like I feel like as Microsoft, gets more subscribers, we get better games in the service. So hey, I'm with it.
And saying China's a big PC market. So
yep.
Absolutely. I see 108 Dragon in the building. What's up, fam? Thank you for being here, brother. Thank you for coming through. Yeah, I think this is a big deal. I think it's something that, again, they get a lot of like flack for not being out there, right? But like this is them doing that, right? This is them saying, well, we're gonna go and be in these places, right? And this is just like that step in the right direction for them to continue to grow. I mean, look, she came out and she said it, right? She said Xbox is gonna be where the world plays. It's pretty ballsy to say that, but I mean, if you're not fucking around and you go out there and put in the work, listen, good on you, man. That's what I like to see. That's positive movement in the right direction. Right now, that is cool. That's great for Xbox, the business growing and doing its thing. Dope. But the next part got me really, really pumped and excited for. And that is this part right here that says codename POSITRON, from what we can tell, could be some form of disc to digital entitlement program. The details here are incredibly scant right now, and investigations are ongoing. It might not be exactly as it seems right now from the details we receive, so take this with a huge pinch of salt and a healthy dose of speculation for now. But it would make sense. I thoroughly expect the next-gen Xbox Helix console PC hybrid to be without a disk drive. That's wild. That's the first I heard that shit. I don't think that's possible. I don't think they would go full no disk drive. I don't see that. Maybe they'll have an option off the rip with no disk drive, like the Series S was, but I don't see them doing that. There's going to be too many people complaining about that. You don't want to have that type of negative, like for what it costs to put in a disk drive. I don't think you give yourself that type of fucking heat. All right. Hints I've received about the nature of the box increasingly point to the idea that it will be a fully digital system, similar to today's gaming PCs, laptops, and most modern devices. Indeed, the industry for disc is on its last legs, with Blu-ray sales resigned mostly to core console gaming. PlayStation itself is now reporting an 85% digital ratio, and Microsoft's is likely even higher still. I would be incredibly surprised if the PlayStation 6 and Xbox Helix console have disk drives by default, as the rise of Steam and mobile gaming have made the format increasingly outmoded. All right, sure. He has the tweet from Daniel who says 85% is the highest percent on record in a single quarter for PlayStation. That's just kind of like his way of verifying that their number is what it is. PlayStation's solution has been external disk drives up until now. It's also a beneficiary of the Blu-ray consortium. Microsoft conversely has to license the tech, increasing its costs. Oh shit! Damn. Would that be Xbox if they don't do the disk drive? That's basically them saying, "Fuck you, Sony. I'm not going to pay you no more." That's intriguing. You know what I'm saying?
See, I always thought, like I said, I know it's hard to do with the trading program, that they should have the game should have a digital copy included, even if it's like a $10.
Well, Sony
like
is trying to get out of the Blu-ray business. Not in, like they're trying to get out of it in the sense that they're not trying to produce it for consumers anymore. They want to transition Blu-rays to be a thing where it's only a business-to-business product, and like they're like high capacity disc, but they don't really sell on mass market anymore. So even Sony themselves is trying to get out of consumer distribution of Blu-ray. There was an article about it like a couple years ago.
That's pretty wild. So, I mean, look, just to be clear, like my stance on it, I don't give a shit. I'm completely digital, so means nothing to me. But I do have some older, series generation games that I did buy on like Black Friday and shit like that I would love.
That's when I buy physicals.
Yeah. Outside of collector's editions, obviously. So all right. So if this program, oh no, okay. PlayStation solution has been external. No, I read that. Right. Okay. If this program is what it appears to be, it could be a method that existing disc-based gamers can bridge into the Xbox Helix ecosystem without having to give up on their content. Microsoft planned for a system like this with the Xbox One. Yes, they did. Back in 2012, where users received both a physical and digital license for games on disc. However, lending games and reselling games became a problem in that universe, and there was a healthy backlash against the program. Now that the vast majority of gamers opting for digital first licenses, more ways to use digital licenses would probably be a welcome addition. Disc-based owners can't access their games on the cloud or via Xbox Play Anywhere, for example, so they're often missing out. Would you convert? Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sneaky shit. Nope. See? God damn it, Jez. Trying to do the sneaky shit. All right. So he says exactly how this will work wholly remains to be seen. I presume Microsoft would need to somehow render the license on the disk defunct remotely after conversion. If they didn't, you would in theory be able to take the disk. Well, I think they already had this pretty locked down, right? Like they were even doing systems with like GameStop and shit where you can still trade in your stuff and get the they would just take the license away from your digital, right? Like you were able to buy the game physically.
Yeah.
It was just a key. And they wanted to just make sure you had the you had to do a disc check-in or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I just sent you like one of the articles about like Sony and like Samsung and all of them trying to get out of the Blu-ray business. Like it's kind of relevant to this, but not exactly.
What are you doing on Twitter?
Yeah, I sent it to you on Twitter.
Real quick, am I frozen right now?
Yes, slightly.
Okay.
But you don't look horrible. Like it, mouth is like open a little bit, but it's not like.
All right, so I have to look at it over here because it will fuck me up. All right, so if I go here, Sony to exit the recordable Blu-ray market. That was February this year.
Yeah, like Samsung stopping the making a Blu-ray of a UHD Blu-ray players. So like you can't play, like they're stopping to make Blu-rays to play your movies on and stuff. It's like a slow wind down of the Blu-ray business.
So Sony confirms there will be no successor models. So 4K is the end of it. That's it. Wow. That's wild. So if they're getting out, then they have no reason to push disc on their.
Yeah, it's a slow wind down.
So maybe
like 5 years.
All right. Well, maybe Jez is onto something with being digital only. God, can you imagine the crybabies that are going to come out?
Yeah, about 4 or 5
What?
years, Blu-rays won't
You
be a
took
thing
away
for consumers.
my
Yeah, for sure.
physical? No, I could already see all the crying that's going to happen. Oh, Jesus.
Or there'll
Well,
be like limited edition Blu-rays, but it won't be like a mass-produced item. Like it's slowly becoming that.
yeah. All right. Well, okay, and then I mean he compares it to like Steam, right? Like they don't have disc or anything like that. So much of the world is already disc free anyway. These consoles are like the last fucking bastion of these discs. So yeah, I mean, I think that ultimately being able to convert your disc games to digital would be amazing. Like I think that just would make things so much easier, so that I don't have to have these fucking disc. I don't know. I think that it's a great thing, and the part that got me is I didn't know. I really wasn't thinking that there wouldn't be a disc in the Project Helix, but I guess technically
Possible.
it's possible.
Yeah.
So like, what? How would you do it? You would go into like fucking. You would plug in an external disk drive to like read the thing and like convert it, or on your PC.
I remember
But
they had the same thing on the Xbox One, like when the backwards compatibility program first launched. If you owned physical copies and you popped it in, it would download a digital version of the game and you'd be fine. They did that with
yeah, but if you don't have a disk drive, how do you do it?
you might have to find yourself
You have to get an
Xbox
external.
Series. You might have or Xbox Series. Yeah, you might.
You mean like converted on your old consoles?
Yeah, you might have
That
to.
makes more sense.
But I think it also may be a thing of like if you already have it in your gamer score. That was also a thing. Like if you already have like achievements for the game.
That'd take me out because a lot of my disc games I haven't even played yet.
Yeah.
Well, you just brought up a good point too, which kind of makes it really even more of a nothing burger, because like unless Xbox says fuck it, we're not making any disc, they're still going to release the games on the series consoles via disc as well.
Yeah.
So the question is do they just stop being bitches and just start moving into, and I don't mean Microsoft being bitches, but like all these people just move into the same thing that movies have, right? Like digital and physical.
Mm-hmm.
Give us a copy of the game, and just fucking and go. And like, not for nothing, but who the fuck cares if I buy the game, take the digital copy, keep that, and I sell the physical copy?
Yeah.
Like, why would that matter?
I mean, you are cutting into their sales a little bit. So,
well, I mean, but you're gonna get even if you took it away from yourself. So if you trade in the game and it deactivates the game that you bought, what's the difference? It's still a used game out in the world. All you're doing is pissing me off, because
the key cards for Nintendo, I can say because they don't have the game, but you can still trade those in.
Yeah, but you can't play the game on Nintendo without putting in the card. It doesn't become a digital copy of the game. You have to have the thing in there to use it. So with this, I'm just wondering, like, if we can, go ahead and trade in games, because the games will release on the series consoles, right? So if they're going to be there and then you play it and then you trade in, what the fuck's the difference? I don't know. I feel like they should just embrace the movie way. You buy the disc, it comes with the digital, separate from each other, doesn't matter. If I'm watching the movie on digital on one TV, I could take that disc, put it on another at another player on a different TV and watch the movie via the hard copy. Like, just let it be. You know what I'm saying? Just let it be. Doesn't matter. Don't be so fucking. Don't be an asshole about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, just let it ride. What do you guys think of this? What do you guys think of the whole idea of them allowing us to do digital and, you know, swapping out your disc?
Xbox is, you know, they've trained me to be a digital customer over the years. They've given me so many benefits to, you know, being digital, you know, swapping between games, doing the picture-in-picture stuff on the Xbox One back in the days. There's just like so many like benefits to owning a digital copy versus a physical copy. Like, it doesn't really faze me much, but I think what it does do is like it sounds amazing in the sense that like we can go like basically like dumpster diving and like bargain bins and things for games, and you know, just pop it in and, you know, get a nice digital copy and be like good to go. So I think that kind of opens that market up a bit more to like where like when I'm walking through like a Best Buy or a Walmart, or if I'm going past a garage sale and I see they got some games up, I might, you know, be interested in snatching a couple up.
Yeah,
because
like,
I can
like
just get
like the Black Friday holiday deals. I mean,
yeah, because I actually I prefer the digital version of a game on my Xbox over a physical version. It's just way too many like you can't even enjoy your Xbox fully without the digital copy of the game. So yeah, I'd be with it.
And the home Xbox for the game sharing too. So I mean,
yeah,
that's what I do. Like I said, my son has his Xbox over at his mom's house. So if I buy a game that I know he's going to want to play, I'll buy the digital so he can play it too.
Mm-hmm.
Because I got his set I've got his set at the home as the home Xbox.
Yeah, it's the way it makes sense to do it. It's definitely way better that way. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think this is phenomenal news. I think that just the fact that they're looking into doing this, like preemptively getting ahead of the people, like, what am I going to do with my disc? They're going to figure it out for you. You know what I'm saying? Like Traybone says, all right, evolution can't be stopped unless you're PlayStation, and then you just stay in the same shape forever.
So they're not even. Well, they're not evolving. So
exactly, they just stay there. They just stay there. But you're right, Xbox does. Hey, Powerballs, appreciate you, my dude. Thank you for coming through, man. Sappho says Sony is about to lose a major court case in the UK to the tune of $2 billion, or in lay terms, about 2/3 of a Bungie. Damn.
Yeah, they've got that.
Not looking good.
They've got that antitrust lawsuit going on over there. They've got two of them. You know, say UK's got one, and I think Denmark's got one too.
That's wild. That was all about the third party stores, right? Or some shit.
That's what led to big old essay writer Nib blocking me.
Gotcha.
Like I said, because I think so the day that news came out, I asked her if he was going to cover it. He said, nope, it's not newsworthy. Like, okay. But that same day when Asha changed her banner on Twitter to the Ben Kenobi Xbox people thing, for him that was for him that was.
Of course.
So,
of course.
I made a nib-sized essay talking about his hypocrisy, and he blocked me for it.
Yeah, that's way too much energy. Oh wait, Powerballs, appreciate you. Ryu Gaming in the building says Steam and Xbox mostly digital, and now Play Anywhere makes it even better. Yeah, I mean that's the biggest thing, right? Like for instance, you know, I like a good collector's edition. You know what I'm saying, for a game that I really like. But when I get the collector's edition, then it has a disc, and then I'm like, what the fuck?
Not always anymore.
With this? Yeah, I know, but sometimes it does. Like for instance, like Crimson Desert came with a disc, which meant that I had to buy it again digitally so that I can have it on Play Anywhere.
Yeah, so, quick resume, Play Anywhere. Like it's just like so many features that you don't get to enjoy when you purchase a physical copy. It's
exactly
DS2 and Ghost of Yotei collector's editions. DS2 and Ghost of Yotei collector's editions did not have physical discs; they had codes.
Yeah, PlayStation stopped doing physical disc on their collector's editions a while ago. Like even God of War Ragnarok didn't come with a disc.
Matter of fact, now that I think of it, my Horizon Forbidden West one didn't either.
Yeah, they stopped doing it a while ago.
So
Spider-Man 2 didn't come with a disc, right?
I have like multiple copies of Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Because I have I bought 2 collector's editions because one was yellow and one was blue. And I thought they would be different. And I thought the game was going to be good. But I have like multiple copies of this game. I should probably do a giveaway and give away God of War to some poor soul.
Give away one of the collector's editions.
I can't ship nothing. I ain't shipping nothing nowhere. That's way too far.
You have to come to California to see Games Fest to pick it up, or a summer game showcase.
I ain't bringing that shit on the plane. You see that? That's a weapon. It's a hammer. It's a hammer. That's what I'm waiting for. Ray Chi says it. Imagine if Quick Resume 2.0 is you can resume the game from anywhere around the world. That has to happen. I feel like that's first of all, that already exists with what's the name of Stadia? Google Stadia. Obviously, it's gone now, but they already had that happening, right? Like that was the goal there. So what just needs to happen is it just needs to be always online, and it has to be like save states that can just immediately go up, and then you pick up a different device and immediately download that exact save state where you were, not just the latest save, right? That's my Everest. That's like the thing that I really, really want, because I am a multi fucking user, right? Like I'll use handheld, console, PC, different handheld, swap to my phone. Yeah, like it's.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's a next gen feature though. I feel like that's like a feature that when it's ready, it's just going to be available.
Yeah, I think it's, but like, to his point, it's like a 2.0. I think it's just like a revamp, right?
Yeah.
They take it, they update quick resume. I just feel like that's such a good way. Kumar, what's up, man?
It's going to take some load off the actual console, because the console won't have to have that steady state on the physical hardware if they do that as well.
Say that again?
The console itself won't have to have that steady state of the data.
Yeah, it's just in the cloud.
Yeah, so it'll take load off the console.
Yep. 100%. Yeah, and it's just every time, as soon as you get into the game, it automatically just searches up for your last time you played, and wherever you were, boom, brings it right down.
Yeah.
Fucking cake, man. And I do see, listen, these people who work at Xbox are fucking fire, and they're thinking ahead. You know what I'm saying? They're putting in the work. So I definitely can see that being a thing. Il Ray Tito, what's up, fam? Thank you for being here, homie. All right, yeah. So for me, I feel like it's just a no-brainer to move in this direction. I think it is just something that just makes sense. You know what I'm saying? All right. Any last things on this here? Before we move in, I'm gonna do like almost like a didn't make the cut. Like there's a bunch of different things that just kind of chat to. Actually, you know what? No. I mean, yes. Anything else you want to say about this? I am gonna just cover one thing specifically because it is worth it. But any last bars on this? Any last thoughts on this? On Xbox doing this digital joint?
No, I'm just looking forward to. I feel like Xbox is in very good hands. I feel like Phil and Sarah had a lot of technical things that they were working on and building towards, and I feel like Asha's here to like fix some brand damage issues, and I feel like it's going to be a great marriage of what they had developing plus what she's bringing to the brand. So I'm looking forward to all of it, especially in like a big year, because this is Xbox's 25th anniversary. So I'm looking forward to everything they're coming with.
Yeah, I feel that 100%. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna let it be part of the didn't make the cut joint, because we kind of already talked about it, so it's kind of be redundant to make it another topic. So All right, let me just switch to the All right, so we're doing didn't make the cut, guys. And if you've been here, you know that what that means is that there's a lot of different shit that's popping off, and not everything can just be a topic per se. But there's still stuff that might be worthwhile speaking on. So I'm just gonna go kind of order of what I have here. And you know what? Let me move this to this side because I've been using this side. There we go. Move that to this side, and I'll take this, move this to this side, and then I'll be good to go. Okay. So this is just something that Sony said. Sony says some Chinese and Korean studios are moving faster than Western studios. I think we see that probably because they have a shit ton more people working on these games and they pay them shit so they can just keep them working, kind of like anime, right? Like they just have like a bunch of people that they don't pay well doing the work. I don't know. This one was something to me because Dying Light franchise director steps down after 13 years at Techland. And that is Timon Smektala. And I actually got to interview him about Dying Light. It's on our channel. It was an awesome interview. He was super dope. He was supposed to be there for just like it's like an hour or something like that, and we ended up going way further than that. Because he was really passionate about it. Like he was super into it. So that was very, very cool. Do you guys play Dying Light?
No, I never played. They released Dying Light 2 is the last one that came out, right?
Dying Light the Beast.
The Beast. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a pseudo Dying Light 3, but they didn't want to put a title on Dying Light 3 because they want Dying Light 3 to be a whole new thing. So that's why they called it the Beast. But for all intents and purposes, internally, it's functioning as number 3. But yeah, that game is fucking phenomenal. I don't know if it's ever going to come to Game Pass. But if it ever does, you need to get it. And if you can find it cheap, you should. It's really like parkour. Like you remember Mirror's Edge?
It's right? First person, right? First person parkour.
First person parkour, and
I'm familiar with the game.
Yeah, it has amazing fucking parkour. Like it really legit, like fucking phenomenal. And then it also is great with melee. Like the fighting in first person. It's just so well done. So shout out to Timon. Very cool, and he's going to be doing something new. He's not like out. He's doing a new challenge, so I'm excited for him. He's been there for a very long time, so it's cool to move on. Then I don't know if you guys saw this. Take-Two CEO says console players are core consumers for Rockstar. Mm-hmm. I mean, like, no shit. Of course, until the PC version comes out.
That's why they bring it to console first.
Yeah, but it's bullshit. It's not. That's not the reason. They just want to glaze the console players because they want them to double dip. They want to buy. They want to sell it so that you can buy multiple copies of this shit.
That's why I also made that little statement. It has nothing to do with our marketing deal with Sony.
Yeah, for sure. All right. This one's heartbreaking to me because I got excited, but it's done. NFL 2K game is no longer in development. I don't know if you guys even knew that one was being made, but of course we know that EA has that deal with NFL. They're the only ones that can do a simulation.
Yeah.
But NFL has opened it up to let other people use character, use the players and all that shit. But it has to be like an arcade type game. And they basically are not doing it anymore. They said they had some ideas that they couldn't get done right.
Yeah. So yeah, it's kind of like a really muddy thing because EA has tried to get out of that exclusivity license, and the NFL basically told them no.
Really?
Yeah. And NFL said no, you can't get out of the exclusivity deal. If you do, we'll just take the exclusivity deal to someone else. So they basically like are bullying EA to maintain the exclusive license, or they'll take it elsewhere. So it's like people want someone else to make the game, and Madden to no longer be the sole game, but it's either Madden or Madden doesn't exist anymore because we take the simulation rights from you completely. So like they're like in this EA is like between like a rock and a hard place with the NFL at the moment.
Oh, so I get it. So they thought they were going to pull a FIFA joint where they could make their own soccer game under their own brand and stop paying. And
no, they still want to make it. They still want to make an NFL sim game. They just didn't want to be on the hook to make it exclusively because they have to pay for that exclusive license. So the NFL said, you pay for this exclusive license, or you don't get to make it at all because we'll sell an exclusive license to someone else. We don't care who, but we're going to sell it to somebody.
Bro, Take-Two would fucking snatch that in a heartbeat. Bro.
Yeah, exactly. So like EA is between a rock and a hard place where, you know, they don't want to lose Madden, of course, but they also don't want to pay for an exclusive license.
That's kind of, I mean, that's pretty ballsy of them because honestly, they would lose Madden either way.
Yeah.
Because if Take-Two gets the ability to make a sim fucking football game, they will fucking eat Madden's lunch.
Yeah, everyone will run to it because they just want to get away from, they just want something different from Madden. It doesn't even have to be better. It just has to be something different.
Tecmo Bowl 2026.
The what?
Tecmo Bowl 2026.
Oh.
Yeah, I sent you a story. I just messaged you a story, CMoney. I don't know, probably too late to cover it tonight, but I thought I don't know if you saw it or not.
Where?
To Twitter.
Let me see. Crunchyroll. Forza Horizon 6 and Crunchyroll team up for anime.
Yeah, you get a free car pack through Crunchyroll right now.
Really?
Yeah, if you have
no, not a car pack, an exclusive Forza Horizon 6 car voucher, so you can go to the auto show and get any one car. I mean,
we already redeemed mine because I have a Crunchyroll subscription. So,
did you? I think I have a Crunchyroll subscription.
Isn't that a PS Plus benefit? Or what?
No,
it used to be.
No, I just have Crunchyroll because my kids like anime. Interesting. Well, that's cool to know. Gotham guy says, "Fuck yeah, ESPN 2K28. Fuck, that would be amazing." I mean, listen, I talked about Xbox's football game, NFL Fever, which was fucking amazing. Loved it. And then I loved the XSN sports games they did. They were so good. I wonder, are those back compat? Like, can I play those games on my new console?
Which ones? The old
Fever?
NFL
probably Fever?
Not, probably not licensing issue.
Yeah, you probably got to download it via emulator. You probably got to download the emulator.
Damn, I would like to revisit that. That was fucking good. The basketball game was pretty good too. They made. What was that? NBA Drive? Was that what it was? Or, man, I forget what the NBA was.
I almost bought it. I was at GameStop the other day. I told you about that Gears 360 last year. They had a copy of NCAA basketball 2008 over there. I'm like, do I want to get that? Had Kevin Durant on the cover. I'm like, whoa.
Nice. Yeah, that's a wild scenario. Yeah, if they if 2K would get that NFL fucking simulation license, bro. Ooh, dude, they were doing shit that no one dared to do. Like they literally the last one they did was the ESPN one, and they had first person football in that shit. And that shit was crazy. And that was like the first way out, and that was phenomenal. So like imagine with refinement, imagine with them trying to do it nowadays, and man, that shit will be so dope.
I think the VR one is technically simulation, but because it's not a console, they get away with it.
Oh, is there one for VR?
Yeah, there's a football game for VR. They don't release one annually.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Well, hopefully, fingers crossed that works out. We love NFL 2K to exist. All right. This is that thing that you were talking about earlier. WWE sponsorship could hint at Gears of War E-Day launch. Gears of War E-Day is sponsoring a major professional wrestling event in September. While nothing is certain, this could provide a hint at the game's release window. During WWE Backlash on May 9th, it was announced that AAA Triple Mania, the biggest show of the year for WWE's Lucha Libre promotion in Mexico, would be taking place on September 11th. That's wild. And September 13th. Additionally, it was announced that Gears of War E-Day would be a presenting sponsor of the event. Again, this isn't a definitive sign that the game will be available by the time the event goes on the air in September, but in the past, WWE would only have video game sponsors for events releasing around the time of the events. Okay, so the question is, do we think September is a September Gears month?
If it's
because we know September is Wolverine.
That's what I say. If it's a multiplat month, I don't think it would be good to go over to compete against Wolverine. I know it's two different kinds of games, really, but the PlayStation guy.
Yeah, Gears of War is gonna have all the fucking hype. When you see Gears of War with your eyes, and then see Wolverine with your eyes, and realize that you're looking at a next gen game versus a fucking PlayStation 4, reskin. I don't think there's gonna be much of a fucking debate as to what is the most exciting game.
You're underestimating the PS guys, though.
Fuck the PS guys. I'm talking about everybody in general, right? What they're gonna do is talk shit. Don't matter. That shit's still gonna get sold. Shit's still gonna be
I could see it happening though. Because they've got a stacked end of the year, so that would open Fable up closer to like the maybe November, December time frame.
Yeah, I have a lot of hope for Wolverine, but yeah, I don't see it.
Because that's also Phantom Blade Zero month too.
Yeah, Phantom Blade Zero is gonna get swept under the rug. Like that game's not gonna, with everything launching, and like it shouldn't have launched in that window. I don't think. I think it should have launched like kind of like in this window right now, where there's kind of like a bit of a lull. But yeah, I think Xbox will be fine dropping their game around the time Gears comes out. Wolverine comes out because Wolverine's exclusive to the PlayStation, and it seems like Gears is going to be exclusive to the Xbox and PC at launch. I mean, we don't have any confirmation, but just based on rumors.
And Gears is the only one they have. Gears is the only one they haven't said anything on as far as platforms.
Yeah, so it's
technically that and State of Decay.
Yeah, so
I'm talking about the four biggies this year.
Yeah,
Fable, Forza, Gears, and Halo.
I'm gonna assume for now that Gears is a launch exclusive, and it may come later. That's gonna be my assumption for now. I just don't see where it impacts Gears negatively to release at the same time as Wolverine. I don't see how it impacts Wolverine negatively. I think where the negativity comes is not in sales, but in the conversation that takes place that month around the games.
Because we know PlayStation is going to market the shit out of Wolverine.
Do we?
Maybe it might be too
People-
expensive.
I think they will.
They're not even marketing. They're not even marketing Soros on their own PlayStation Store.
Yeah, but Saros is a little different than Wolverine. For Wolverine, I kind of see a collector's edition controller and all that stuff. For it.
Yeah, but Saros they
more.
own. Wolverine they don't.
I'm just saying they have an outlet to market it for free, and they're not. So I mean, like, I don't know where PlayStation's head is at around marketing at the moment. That's what I
never understood for Saros. They didn't even give Saros a controller. They gave James Bond a controller.
And then, you know, if they did per se procure the rights of GTA marketing, can they afford to market both at the same time? Like, it's just I'll be interested. I think they will market Wolverine, but is it a heavy marketing push, or is it just like a really, you know, good
Spider-Man sized, or Spider-Man sized, or an X-Men size?
Yeah, like, is it good standard marketing, or is it like we're going balls to the walls with it? I'm not sure if they go balls to the walls with it.
I feel like Wolverine is gonna. I feel like Wolverine will have a marketing push after release, depending on how well it does right off the rip.
Maybe
if it does great, they'll invest more. I don't think they're gonna go crazy leading up. Like, you still only got Insomniac. Like, hey, don't forget about us. We're coming out in September.
Like, I mean, it's coming out in September. This is a really good time to start your marketing push. Pre-orders haven't even gone live for the game.
They haven't even given it a price yet.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, now's the time to kind of do all that stuff, especially when you don't participate in the showcase season.
Well, didn't they say they're going to have a state of play for Wolverine or sometime in the near future?
Who knows? At this rate with them, who knows?
They've got to have something to compete with freaking Summer Showcase, Xbox Showcase, and stuff. They always
they don't. No, they haven't done it the past couple of years.
They usually have a state of play in that area
right before. Like, last time was right in beginning of, like, it was in May that they did it last year, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm sure they have a state of play this month, most likely.
I think May last year they did a Yote one. Yote was July last year.
Yeah, but they have nothing to do a fucking state of play for.
I don't think they want to show gameplay this early.
No, especially if they show gameplay now and then Summer Showcase happens and Xbox has fucking fire, like heat. It's gonna make Wolverine look like shit. Yeah, they're probably trying to see if they need to add some AI filters to it before the game drops.
I think gameplay would come probably in August, July. That's when they would drop it.
Because, like I said, PlayStation will have a state of play near the Summer Showcase because they'll want to have a "Don't Forget About Us" show.
Yeah, they will, but I don't think they'll do Wolverine there because it's such a large gap between the release date.
Tokon's in August.
Yeah, if anything, Tokon would be in May. Tokon, they'll probably like show more characters and things like that. I think they already revealed that they're gonna have the event. They already revealed the Avengers pack for Tokon already.
Did they?
Yeah, I think so.
I feel like Tokon's gonna be seen at Gamescom.
I'm sure it will.
When in August does it drop?
I think early August, like the first week of or something.
Oh, really? Then probably not.
Yeah, it's up for pre-order. I was in the Steam store earlier. Let's see. Tokon.
August 6th.
Broke Boy, your keyboard is very aggressive.
It's right next to the mic. August 6th is the date.
August 6th. All right. So, yeah, they're probably going to have to show it sooner rather than later. Well, we'll see what they do. Gears coming out in September is dope. It's just all about like where's everything gonna go. So like November is pretty much off, you know. I don't know. I don't think you go too crazy with November. I think
late October, early November, you'll see COD.
Yeah, COD is coming in October.
Halo is July, right?
That's the
The rumor is that it's coming out this summer. So
July or August.
It would be great if it was a fucking stealth drop.
I think July makes, I think
It'll be
July
cool for my
makes a
birthday.
lot of sense.
Or not a stealth job, even if
Halo
you're
on
doing
my
a showcase,
birthday.
even if you do a showcase,
Asha,
and
if
say,
you're
hey, 3
listening.
weeks.
July 19th, make it happen. You know what I'm saying?
And the only reason I say July is because August is the month that the big sports games drop. That's when Madden comes out. That's when NBA 2K comes out. So I don't think they really want to go against those. I think they'd rather get out a little bit ahead of them.
Yeah, so if you have
Or-
that, then you have Fable. Then Fable's
Yeah.
the last one that you gotta have to figure out where the fuck to put it.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a December game or if that's your
Because early July is college football, so that's like that's like Independence Day weekend that'll come out.
Beast of Reincarnation is August 3rd.
Yeah.
Oh, is it? Okay, so then you're not gonna want to fuck with that. I mean,
Yeah.
they've put games on top of other games many times, but I feel like in this case, I feel like you leave that one alone.
You still gotta remember Call of Duty is
in
in there
October
too. Yeah, so
Yep.
I think late July makes sense.
I'm not sure about that Blood of Dawnwalker, how good that was going to be, but it's scheduled for September as well.
September, and then maybe late to mid-September Gears, and then October Call of Duty.
I think Call of Duty will be late October, early November.
November, I can see it taking November, but
because
I don't know. I gotta see what's coming to the showcase though, because you gotta like, whatever Halo. I mean, Fable and Gears swap places.
Because if I remember right, Matt Booty said, "Hey, we got stuff coming still we haven't even talked about yet."
Yeah, I can see.
Yeah, that's gonna be the question. There's a lot of that we don't know.
Fable feels more like a winter game though than.
You think they'll make the same mistake they did with Indiana Jones and release it after award season?
I mean, I wouldn't say that's a mistake, but I get what you're saying.
I'm just saying,
it's a mistake in the sense that it's not eligible to the following year, and
it'll be forgotten about by then.
Yeah, your game gets a lot of time to get
forgotten about.
That's
if you care about the award season, because remember, there's a negative that comes from it too, right? If you release the game beforehand and it doesn't get nominated.
Yeah.
I think Xbox shouldn't worry too much about
I don't think that's really
I don't think they do.
I think the Keighley Awards are at this point obviously biased against Xbox titles. Because even when they do have a game that hits the 90s, or they do have a game that's like wildly popular in a certain category, it doesn't get nominated. Like South of Midnight didn't get nominated for best soundtrack, which was kind of awkward.
Especially when it goes off to win awards in all these other prestigious places.
Yeah, so it's like I think because of that, Xbox doesn't really cater their releases to like make sure their game is award eligible for the Keighley Awards, because it's just a obviously skewed bias to where they just aren't gonna. Xbox game is going to be hard pressed to get a Game of the Year nomination.
Agreed. All right. Let's move on. We got what's wrong with mixtape? Why does the internet seem to hate this smash hit? Do you guys have any insight?
Because IGN gave it a 10.
I've been looking forward to like at least checking it out. I haven't had a chance to.
It's so good. I mean, it's not like a fucking
4 hours.
Crazy
4 hours
where you're not going to be cramping the hands doing crazy stuff. It's just like literally like a story that you interact with certain intermediate pieces, right? Like there's a
what do they call it, a no-fail game or something like that. Something you can't.
Yeah, like there's a scene where they're talking at a pond or a lake or something, and they're just sitting there and they're talking, and then but the gameplay part is you're skipping rocks. You know what I'm saying? So you're skipping rocks on the water, but there's like shit to try to hit. So there's a tree that has one of those tires hanging from it, right? Skip the rock, you throw it through there, boom, achievement, right? There's like these little gnomes that pop up, and you have to really learn how to skip these rocks well to kind of hit them and do all this stuff. It's just it's just a chill. It's a chill game, and it's the music is dope, and it's not even like my type of music, but I feel like when I'm playing it, I get into the mindset of these characters, them liking this music, and the music from that time, even if you didn't really care for it too much, it was still a vibe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I saw some people saying say it's supposed to be the game's supposed to be based in the 90s, but the music's from like the late 2000 or late like 2006 and stuff like that, where the songs didn't fit the time frame or something like that.
Who cares?
Like,
I'm just saying that's some of the criticism.
Like,
that's some of the criticism.
No, that's fake criticism. She literally narrates every song. She introduces it because the chapters of the game are actually chapters of different songs. It's just like different songs make up each chapter. And
yeah,
she talks about 1980s, blah, blah, blah. It's from different times.
And then, of course, they're doing it's an
newer.
indie game, but they could afford all these licensings for the music and stuff. Is it really indie?
Yeah, but they're old fucking songs. Like, what do you think these people are like? Oh, you better pay us $1 bajillion. Like, no, they're like, all right, we'll take some money. These are all estates and shit, or whoever the fuck owns these things. I don't know. It's nothing. Fillmore Pockets. I'm gonna hit you with a little bit of air horns, okay? Fillmore Pocket says some gamers want something different until they get something different. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. Like, understand. Look, I don't know how it would feel if I had to buy this game separately, right? Like, if I had to go buy this game, that's the only way I can get this game. I don't know if that would change anything about what I feel. I would say that the game itself still fire. When I played it at GDC, the shit was amazing. Like, I love it. Love the art style. Graphically, it's amazing. Love the animation style. Voice acting is fucking perfection. Like, they nailed it. There's nothing awkward or fucked up about the audio. The music is great. Soundtrack is great. The fucking just the literal sound in the game, it's all believable and really well done. Story is dope. It's just all fucking good, man. And they're like little mini games that you do in between. That's it. It's just a fun little game to play that way. But the story is fucking fire if you're into it. But yeah, I don't know. The hate is crazy. So
you're muted.
Broke boy.
I was typing, so I muted my sound. Like I say,
okay.
it's also because it's not a PlayStation game that got high scores.
It's available there,
but it's in our Game Pass, baby, and that's what I love. Can't be mad at that. All right, quickly, Discord. If I'm actually gonna read this one because this is something that is pretty cool. So we talked about it before, but now we have like the official word on it. Discord and Xbox are officially teaming up further, right? They're deepening their connection and their partnership. And Discord's subscription service, Nitro, will now include Xbox Game Pass, a starter edition, which is just, I think, just fucking genius. And gives us a nice little insight, excuse me, on what will happen with Netflix eventually and these other services. So what's cool for Nitro subscribers is their price doesn't go up at all. They're just getting these new benefits. So let me read it. It says Discord has announced new perks for Nitro members, including monthly access to Xbox Game Pass and discounted products from SteelSeries and Logitech. Nitro Rewards are the latest perk added to Nitro service on Discord. First introduced a decade ago, will support the entire gaming lifestyle, including gear use, what they play, and more. Among the highlights is access to starter edition of Game Pass at no extra cost, providing access to over 50 games, including Fallout 4, Stardew Valley, and DayZ across PC and Xbox. The addition of Game Pass starter membership also includes 10 hours of cloud gaming a month. allowing players to stream on more devices, and includes the ability to earn up to $25 a year in the Xbox store with rewards. So this is pretty cool because it's a Game Pass starter membership. You're getting the free access, but you got to go become a member, right? So this is going to take their subscriber numbers way up, right? It's going to, it's really going to kind of pop, which is only just the beginning, because when it goes elsewhere, like Netflix and such, that's going to be insane. Now, they didn't mention it here in this one.
It's in the Xbox Wire article.
Oh, the Xbox Wire article?
It's in there. I know what you're about there.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the stuff that they're going to get the benefits, like Xbox Game Pass people.
Yep. They said they'll announce it later. It's in the Xbox Wire article.
Okay, so they didn't go. They just said it's for Game Pass. They weren't very specific. They didn't say
it was specific in the Xbox Wire article. Like we get like 250 orbs a month and something like that.
No. Yeah. But it's not saying. It says, is that just every Game Pass tier?
It doesn't say which tier, but I mean, as an Ultimate member, I don't worry about it.
Yeah, we're good for Ultimate, but is it for everybody? We don't know. That's the question. But yeah, so it is a reciprocal, right? So that was the big question. It was like, hold on, is it just, oh, you have to subscribe to that to get it? No, if you are already in Game Pass, you are going to get some of the benefits. Now, you're not getting Nitro, right? So it's not like they're giving you their subscription service, but they are giving you, these orbs and shit that you can use over there to get stuff. I don't know what stuff. I've never used it.
So we will also receive Discord Nitro benefits as part of the ongoing partnership. This will start later this month, so it's going to happen in May. 250 orbs each month, 1.5 extra orbs when completing quests, and automatically applied Discord shop discounts is what we're getting.
I mean, listen, it's free, el gratis. Obviously we have our own Discord, so I wonder how this will help. Is this something that we can get shit for it? Like, how you can rank up your server or whatever the fuck? Does that count? Like, do these orbs?
I'm not 100% sure how that works with Discord. I don't use Discord as much as most. So I'm not 100% sure, but I am interested. And I think the coolest, most beneficial feature to Xbox isn't the Nitro cross integration. It's actually the I don't know if you read, but they're adding for the games, like when you see what your friends are playing.
Oh yeah, you can jump in.
You can jump right in, and it'll launch the Xbox version of the game for you. So like it gives you an incentive to buy an Xbox copy of the game as opposed to going to a different storefront and purchasing a copy through them, because you'll be able to jump in right in if your friend's playing the game that you want to play with them.
Agreed. Yeah, no, that's pretty dope. What about you, Broke Boy? What do you think about this Discord, connection?
It's again just added benefits to what you got. But I wonder how they're going to count that. So if Discord Nitro members get access to Game Pass Starter Edition, does that mean they're going to count those as Game Pass subs to bump the numbers up?
Yeah, they'll be Game Pass subs.
Oh yeah, they're subscribing to Game Pass.
I think they said Discord Nitro has around like 7.5 million subscribers or something like that.
Yeah, that would be like a 10% bump to Game Pass.
It's nice to see them expanding out. Like I said, now I'm also curious to see if that's Netflix partnership ever comes to pass too.
Well, we already know that's in the works, right? Like Netflix themselves already said it. So now that we see what's happening with Discord, clearly Netflix is going to be a thing. And I mean, who knows? That might be a shoe to drop on Summer Showcase. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
During the June Showcase, go out there and be like, oh, by the way, boom, drop this piece of announcement. I think it would be big. I think a lot of people will fucking.
Yeah. I think
that has the little perk too for the free month of Nitro. So.
Yeah, I think Netflix has a bunch of reasons to be interested in adding Game Pass. I think it kind of gives them a lead into getting certain content over, like how Amazon got Fallout. Maybe that doesn't happen as much with that deal now because they are closer with Xbox. So I think, they have other reasons besides the game part to do it. And Xbox has every reason to do it because how many Netflix subscribers are there?
Facts.
So
Facts. And this is just the tip. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's what this is. You just a tip. It's like, oh man, I only get these 50 games. And then all of a sudden you're like, man, this is actually pretty cool. Wow, this other game just came to Game Pass. How much is it? Just $10? How much is it? Just 15? How much is it? Just 22? Boom. You're in.
Yeah. It'll be best if they come together with a Xbox Game Pass Ultimate Netflix bundle. Where it's a little bit cheaper, where like what is it? 24 for Netflix right now for the top tier.
Something like that.
I don't know. I try not to look because I get
it free. I get it free with my T-Mobile. So.
Yeah, I pay for it. I think the top tier is like $24. So if
that's not the tier that comes with T-Mobile, broke boy.
No, I know it's the ad tier, but as much as
if you can get Netflix and Game Pass Ultimate in a bundle for $40 or $41, something, like something where it's not as expensive. I'm sure people would jump at that in a heartbeat.
Maybe. I mean, I don't think Xbox is going to flirt with anything that raises the price. So I think it would
technically not raising the price. It's just if you already have both services, it's bundled and you're saving money.
Well, what you would do is you would say there's a discount to subscribe to Netflix if you're Ultimate member instead of linking it as a bundle. You know what I'm saying? Like you would do, hey, if you have Ultimate, instead of $24, it's $10 or $12 for Netflix. That way you don't have the, oh my God, look at this tier that's $40. Nobody cares about Netflix, and then all the bullshit.
If somebody on the internet says nobody cares about Netflix, they're lying.
Yo, but that's the way they are.
It's like it's the craziest thing because I know I sit on Netflix all the time when someone's like, "Hey, let's watch a movie," and we sit there for like 15 minutes looking for a movie. It's crazy.
I'm sub. Yep. I got 3 subs. I got the T-Mobile, and I got 2 other things I'm subscribed to that give me free Netflix subs.
Yeah.
I didn't have to cancel all the shit.
Yeah, right. Oh man. All right. So Xbox put out a message the other day. It says, reminder, just because you're not personally into a game doesn't mean it's a bad game. I mean, those are words to live by. You should be able to respect. Like, there's a lot of games that I can look at and be like, that's not my cup of tea, but it looks dope for the people who like it.
Yeah. I do it every time we see a showcase. Like, oh, that game looks cool. I'm not buying it, but it looks cool.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's why it's like, oh, not in Game Pass. Oops. Sorry. It's just a matter of like some people get really invested. What?
So I am. Those people.
Oh yeah, I don't care. I have nothing to prove to these stupid ass ponies. I fucking go ahead and I don't spend $1 outside of my Game Pass unless it's something that I absolutely need to have. Like I wanted Crimson Desert, even though I barely played it. I wanted it. I just wanted it. I got the collector's edition. And I have it, and I can't wait to get back to it. But like that's it. Like I have to have it. Like my next one that I'm really flirting with is Lego Batman. Right? Like I know for sure I got to get that game. But
already got that
I don't need to get day one because I have other shit to play. But I will. You're already in.
I'm debating. Like I say, I bought it, but when I bought it, I paid cash for it. But I've got friggin' 213,000 rewards points. I may just cancel my current pre-order and re-pre-order it with my points.
Yeah, I'm anticipating having to pre-order this Final Fantasy 3 collector's edition next month.
Final Fantasy 3.
Yeah, Final Fantasy 7 remake part 3. No, whatever the third one is.
They haven't announced the third one yet, have they?
Yeah, I think they're announcing it this summer. I think it's releasing in 2027. So,
when does Rebirth come out to Xbox?
a couple weeks.
I think June.
Yeah, a couple weeks.
Well, that would be a big fucking. I mean, we already know it's happening, but that would be a big announcement if they announce Final Fantasy Part 3 at the Xbox show.
Oh, they might.
June 3rd.
That'd be big.
Yeah.
June 3rd. Also, right before the show.
The week of the.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Maybe that's why they Maybe that's why they give it the release date of June 3rd. So showcase a couple days later, we got to announce 3.
Possible. That would be clever. All right. And then just kind of breezing through a few more things. Forza Horizon 6 got leaked. The Steam version got hacked, and they were not happy. And they said they will fucking ban you if they find you playing that shit.
8,000 years.
Yeah. And the shit is that like people started getting on their fucking high horse saying, "Oh, if you ban me, I'll just do like going crazy about the idea of Playground being upset that it got hacked." And they're like, "Oh, you fucked up." Okay, so even if they fucked up, you think they're just gonna fucking keep that shit? No. It's a hack. You hacked it. It's not just click the button and it works. You have to go do something to make it happen. It's crazy. But also Batman fucking leaked too.
Yeah, I think they said like Walmart screwed up on that one, giving like review codes or something for their pre-orders.
That's wild.
Yeah, that's a little bit hard to like penalize people for because it is a single player game. As long as you don't like go online with it, you should be safer.
Well, that was the one person actually streamed Forza Horizon 6.
I'm talking about Lego Batman.
Well, I'm just saying, even somebody was dumb enough to stream Forza Horizon 6.
I hope that got them. I hope.
They got a 10,000 year ban for it.
Good.
Stupid, but they're trying to. They're trying to crack the algorithm.
Like I said, they're thinking. I guess they have seen conflicting stories on it. Like I said, Playground is thinking that it's somebody who got a review code that kind of leaked it to the public.
Good thing I didn't get a Steam review code. You know what I'm saying? Dodge that bullet. Fucking don't have to stress about that.
I've seen a couple different stories on what they think happened.
Look, I feel like a game leaking is kind of like playing a leaked game is kind of bullshit, because the whole idea when you're playing your game is, especially if you want it that badly, right, is to be a part of the zeitgeist, right? To be part of the conversation and getting it before everybody and come like, Forza. I have Forza, but I can't like talk about it, right? Because it's not fair, right?
Yeah.
So like that's like you want to really play with other people. Like you want to be playing when other people are playing and kind of be able to talk about it. Like if you're that thirsty, you know what I'm saying? Like you need to go get the cracked copy or whatever. So I don't know. I just think that's so...
If you gotta get it, deal with the consequences if you get caught.
Yeah, like don't expect to just get away. Like doesn't matter if I stole from you. Yeah, you did. Did you guys hear that eBay said the fuck you will to GameStop for their bid? Did you hear that GameStop was trying to buy eBay?
Yeah.
They were trying to buy eBay.
They had the same question I had. How?
They were like, we don't believe you. You don't have the money. And even if you did scrape together the money, we don't think our future looks good under your broke ass. So yeah. That's what happened. eBay rejected the flying F out of them.
I just wonder who at GameStop came up with that idea. Like, let's buy eBay.
It's the CEO. He said he didn't want to be the CEO of GameStop. He wants to be the CEO of eBay. So he'll stop at nothing to buy eBay. Dead ass.
He had supposedly a plan to do it. I can't remember what it was.
Well, they rejected it because.
Well, yeah, but he had a plan to get the money to come up to come up with the money that he had bid for it.
Yeah, but I respect eBay because it's like, bro, if you have to get the money, what's gonna happen later when you need to get more money? Like what are you gonna do? You don't have the money. Like you don't have the money to own us. You're borrowing the money to own us, and that's not a good look.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
that's crazy. So yeah, it's crazy, makes no sense. Don't know why that happened, but
they tried to use a debit card, said insufficient funds.
yeah. All right, and then the last thing, obviously Forza will be verified for Steam Deck and
Rogue,
Rogue Ally and all that stuff.
So
what?
I was gonna say, I don't know if you noticed, but your blur background is like blurring out your hairline. So if you ever want to know what you would look like, if you ever want to know what you look like bald, the podcast is giving you a preview. When every time you lean back, it just go like your hair just completely disappears. It blurs it out.
Oh my god, that's a problem. Well, good to know. Thank you. I'll go back and look and cry. All right. What was I gonna say? Sega canceled their Super game.
Look at Fillmore Pocket.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, that's a shame.
Fillmore Pocket says GameStop should buy Sony. Their stock is worth more than Sony's. That's crazy. That's real crazy. So Sega canceled their Super game. All their other shit they're doing is still going. But basically what they said is by the time we got to this point, other people already made games that we were making that are like what we were making, so it's not quite Super anymore. Like that's kind of pretty fucking crazy. But yeah, I think it was also going to be an online game, and I think all the online failures spooked them. Are you guys disappointed that Sega's stopping the Super game?
I'm not disappointed because I don't know what the game is.
Yeah.
I wish that Sega would have at least shown the game and got a reception from it before they decided that it was no longer worth developing. I think, when you're making a really big game and it has a chance to be huge, if that's why you're making it, that's why you greenlit it, you should at least show it to the public before you just decide to scrap it. Because I think we kind of felt that way about like Spider-Man and the Great Web. Like we saw that, like, why didn't y'all release that one? Xbox apparently had a killer MMO that they were working on that they decided to scrap, and it's like
Black game, whatever that's called.
Yeah, games like that you hear have like all this potential. Like at least show it to the public and see what the reception is for the game before you just say, "Oh, we're gonna scrap it." Because if the hype is there, then development continues. If the hype, dies down, you announce that it's been canceled a couple months later, and no one cares.
That's true. That's true. You would think that they would know to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But they're so scared that they don't want to do it. So that is dead. Gone to win. But they're still making all their other shit that they were making, the Crazy Taxi and Golden Axe and Jet Set Radio, Streets of Rage, all that shit. It's still happening. But yeah. All right. And then we will end on this note that Saros has sold 300,000 copies in its first 2 weeks.
Hey, it's already halfway to matching Returnal, so congratulations.
Well, they looked into it. It's actually performing slower than Returnal in the same time frame.
So I gotta stay consistent. That's a linear. trust a word they say.
Yeah, but of course, but we do it for everything, so
Yeah,
we can't. This is the
I would like
only look that we have. What I
And
will
so,
say is that they haven't come out and
because there was
given us any numbers, so I don't think the numbers are too high. You know what I'm saying?
Well, like I said,
Um,
I think it was Marathon. Alinea said like 1.2 million, and some other estimate places said it like 2 million. Something.
yeah, and there was some type of official charting to where it ranked in the PlayStation Store or something like that. It doesn't rank very high, so
11th. It's not
yeah,
even in the top 10.
so it's do I think Alina Analytics is accurate? No, but do I think the game sold well? No.
No, I think he's smart using this Twitter because he does it for the console wars. He knows that people will use it and talk about it and keep spreading it.
Like I say, I put it in the chat. Like I say, the guy for Alinea Analytics blocked me because he didn't let me criticize him.
Because I mean, if you think about it, like Saros sales being at 11, that's not day one sales. That's like months of sales because it's been in pre-order. So that's months of sales, and and those sales are just realized on that release date. So the fact that they're 11th in the PlayStation Store, they should be number one, like easily, if pre-orders were where they should be for their big game of the spring.
And of course the PS guys are fighting, of course, because Alinea Analytics, of course, posted the Xbox numbers, and a lot of the Xbox guys fought those numbers and everything. And now that they're posting the PlayStation, now that Xbox guys are posting the PlayStation numbers, PlayStation guys like, I thought you said those numbers were crap.
I mean, I think the numbers are crap, but also I see where it ranks on the PlayStation Store, and the fact that it's not like anywhere near the top 5 tells you that the game isn't going to perform well. Because if it didn't like jump into the top 5 for the end of April, by the end of May, it's not going to be on the list at all.
Already forgotten, bro. Nobody's even talking about that shit anymore. So it's definitely gone. And what he said it checks out that the people who bought it are the people who are already going to be buying the first party games, and people from Returnal. So, just seems like it's just the same fucking group that is buying it. And supposedly it cost 76 million and they only made about 22 million. So they'll be lucky to get to break even.
Yeah.
Which then begs the question, like, how does Sony look at that?
How do these people keep a job? Like, how does Herman Hulst keep a job? Like, I'm not saying Saros is good or bad, but like just the way that the game was marketed, like Saros never. I don't feel like Saros really ever had a chance to sell well.
Well, I've seen a lot of PlayStation guys ask that same question.
Another pretty damning stat is that only 79% of the people who bought Saros also played Returnal. So you're losing some people. Like, not everybody's crossing over. Not like people bought Returnal, they're not going over to Saros.
I mean, a lot of people were turned off from Returnal also because of the whole I can't switch games without having to start the whole biome over again thing. Like, which I think was kind of stupid, because like, what do you mean? Like, I'm halfway through a biome and my friend hits me up and says, hey, you want to play this? And I'm like, no, I can't, because if I do, I gotta start this level all over again. It just sounds crazy.
Yep. Yeah, it's pretty wild. It's pretty wild. Yeah, this is sadly it's not looking good for this game. Nobody's shocked, right? We all knew that was going to be the case. I would say I'm seeing less about Saros than I did about Returnal. Like, Returnal had more people at least talking about it, good or bad. Whereas now this is just kind of like literally like a fart in the wind. So sadly, I don't think there's much there for them. But anything else on Saros before we wrap it up?
I got nothing.
No, none for me. And yes, Saros is a roguelike, but it's a lot more forgiving than Returnal was.
You know who the what the heck's that blonde haired streamer girl that used to do the God of War stuff? That was the God of War.
Alina.
Yeah, that's her
Alana
boyfriend.
Pierce.
Yeah, that's her boyfriend. That's the main guy in that game.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, she streamed it with him sitting next to her.
Who, Alana?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Matter of fact, when they announced the game, he was with her when they announced that she was streaming the show where they announced. She goes, "That's you, that's you, that's you."
Nice, good for them.
It's cool we got to be in the game. I mean, it sucks that the game isn't gonna get any attention because Oni didn't care about it. It's crazy, like that's the game that makes it through the door, out of all the games that get canceled, and it doesn't get any type of like marketing. It doesn't show up in any state of plays until like the last minute. It's just weird way of doing it.
Agreed. Well, listen, guys, this is where we're gonna wrap it up, man. Thank you guys all for rocking out with us. Appreciate you all for coming through. Thank you everybody who super chatted and gifted memberships and came and hung out, man. We appreciate y'all. Shout out to the homies who are here with us, man, who stuck around this whole show. So appreciate you. Broke Boy, man, thank you for being here, brother. Why don't you let everybody know where to find you, what you got going on, where to follow you.
Like I say, I'm still doing the Twitter thing, and that's pretty much it. I'll put the link in the chat. Like I say, I've been actually making some posts, not favorable for PlayStation, but not really defending them either. So I'm getting kind of hate from both sides right now.
Nice. That's always fun. All right, man. Well, go follow your boy Broke Boy over there on Twitter. And then, of course, we got our motherfucking homie, Pharaoh Bazaar. Thank you, my brother, again, for rocking out with us. Why don't you let everybody know what you got going on?
Hey, you guys can find me on Twitter at Pharaoh Bazaar. Hopefully I get back to making content soon. Life gets kind of normal. But for now, that's where you'll find me.
That's what's up, man. Well, we appreciate you being here, my brother. Thank you so much. OG, maybe you ain't lying, dog. I am tired. It's been a long day, but it was dope hanging out with you guys to end the night. We appreciate y'all. And with that, remember, we will be back this Thursday, 8 p.m. for We Doing It Live. We're going to play some games. It's going to be a fun time. And then we'll be back Friday, 8 p.m. with the night shift, Let's All Gaming, and then back the following week on Tuesday. So with that, we're going to go ahead and end the show the way we end every single show. Doodle! We're done. Until next time, you're intruding.